The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
It's playoff time here in the state of Delaware, and we've got a good one. It's your Class 2A quarterfinals. Number 2, St. Mark's, welcoming in the Red Lion Christian Academy Lions here at the Graveyard. Nick Alessandrini alongside my partner, Pat Garianis, Mike Lang. He's sitting on top of the press box. And, Pat, these two teams met earlier in the season, but both have come a long way since that game, especially Red Lion. A lot of youth on that side of the ball, but St. Mark's, they've been great all season long. Now they're back here at home for a playoff game.
Absolutely, Nick. I mean, you talked about that early season matchup. It was a rough one for Red Lion. They struggled to protect their standout quarterback, Evan Budinger, and St. Mark's is all over him. I believe 9 QB sacks in that game, 5 of which were from Jake O'Donohue. The St. Mark's just dominated them. They were clearly the more advanced football team at that time. But you're right, the young football team over there for Red Lion, they've grown. They've had some big-time wins since, and I think this could be has the potential to be a great matchup. And it's always a great time doing a game here at the Graveyard. It's one of the best venues in the state for sure.
And it's even better when we're here with a good internet connection, which
That's
we seem
true.
to have here tonight. We are running pretty well here so far up at the Graveyard again for St. Mark's and Red Lion. Both captains now out at midfield for the coin toss here, Pat. And if I had to ask you for your keys to the game today, I'm going to put you on the spot here early in the broadcast for St. Mark's and Red Lion. We'll start with the home team, St. Mark's. What do you got to do for the Spartans to get a win at home here tonight?
They got to do the same formula that they had in the first game, right? Nice balanced offense with the running game. They got a lot of great talent with Donovan Artis and company as well. T.J. Martin in the backfield. Those guys could get after it. They got a big line up front, balance on offense, and dominate the offensive line. They are one of the biggest, if not the biggest, offensive line in the state. They got to continue to wear down Red Lion, get after the quarterback. Don't let Budinger sit in the pocket and pick them apart. So I think those would be the keys to the game for the Spartans.
Now, if you're the Red Lion, you put together a nice second half of your year. You're into the playoffs here. Had some big wins, heavy, large-digit wins that were Red Lion in their season. They've got a little bit of momentum. What have the Lions got to do today if they want to pull off the upset?
Yeah, they're going to, again, it's kind of the flip, right? They're going to have to protect their quarterback, Budinger, as well as a lot of the different, weapons that they have in the skill positions, with McGroarty, with Sims, with Jashir Rogers, the freshman, among other guys. If they can protect Budinger and allow these guys to get open in space, make things happen offensively, that's going to help them, and they're going to have to stop the run game. Can't allow St. Mark's to get up north and south in the run game. If they can stop the run, I think that'll be the key for them as well on defense.
Well, we're going to pause now. It's time for the national anthem here at the Graveyard. When we come back, it's kickoff time between St. Mark's and Red Lion right here on Delaware Live Sports.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis, strong connections, strong service. Melissa Ellis.
And welcome back live inside the graveyard. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis. Mike Lang hanging out on top of the press box trying to stay warm tonight. It's a chilly Saturday night here at St. Mark's High School in Wilmington, and the Spartans have a home playoff game as they welcome in the Red Lion Lions here in the Class 2A quarterfinals. Pat, you hear the trumpet over the PAs here so far. They've had some great warm-up music here at the graveyard.
Little narco here. Edwin Diaz is making his way down the hill here at the graveyard. It's fantastic. We're ready to go.
So St. Mark's will receive here to get things started. So we'll see. Back to return for St. Mark's is Donovan Artis.
Looks like back there, Nick, is Donovan Artis,
TJ
as well
Johnson.
as Luke Nahara. Or no, that's Taj Johnson back there.
So we're about underway, and we are here at the graveyard. Artis going to field this one at the 15. He'll drop it, pick it back up at the 20, and he's got a crease to run. Going to get outside the 30, up near the 40. He'll be brought down at the 38. So that's where the Spartans will begin their opening drive here tonight at home.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see how this thing's going to go. Good return there from Artis. Set up the Spartan offense with really good field position to start this off.
Of course, St. Mark's coming in to the playoffs at 9-1. They got the 2 seed.
James Campbell going to come in at quarterback here. I know Padalano had been battling some injuries, so they're going to go with the sophomore under center.
Now he'll be in the gun to get things started. O'Donohue in motion. They'll turn, hand it up to TJ Martin, and he's going to get up outside the 40. And he'll pick up about 4 yards there on first down.
He's been huge for them this year, Nick. You know, last year he had the knee injury, wasn't able to finish out the season. I mean, for him, TJ Martin, to be able to come back here, be a part of that running back rotation with Hannock, with Artis, it just makes this running game for the Spartans so tough to defend. All 3 of these guys will just wear you down as the game goes on. Back
in the pistol. Ford Campbell, Martin sitting behind him. This time they'll fake it to him. Now he's going to tuck it and go around the edge. Campbell going to pick up a few. Wow. That hole closed quickly there on the outside. The Red Lion defense able to stop him. It looks like inches short. It's going to be 3rd and inches coming up for the Spartans.
Yeah, Seth McGroarty coming off there did a great job. What a good form tackle and force a 3rd down and short. It looked like it was going to for sure be a first down.
Yeah, like I said, that one closed up quickly around the edge. For the Spartans, it'll bring up 3rd and inches. They're sitting right now at their own 45. First down marker now right sitting at the 46.5. It'll be slotting out to the left side for the Spartans in the pistol yet again. It'll be Campbell in the shotgun. He'll take it. They'll go back to T.J. Martin up the middle. He's going to run into a host of Lions, though.
I don't know.
And it's going to be close, Pat, to see whether he got to that stick.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see where the spot is. I think they're going to call this 4th down.
Yeah, they did. No, I mean, if anything, it was a loss or maybe a no gain. So that's going to bring up 4th and inches. That carry for Martin goes for about a yard.
Busacco was in there, number 70, among others. I mean, that defensive front for Red Lion, they got some size up the O'Neal Rose, number 61, the freshman, was in there as well. And lastly, Makai Parker, number 54. Those guys, they definitely hit a growth. I feel like they are a bigger team right now, Red Lion, than they were back in week 2.
Now some movement up front. Red Lion wanted the full start. They're not going to get it. Campbell now going to take it on the quarterback sneak, and he's going to have the first down plus some more. He'll pick up about 4 or 5 on the QB sneak on 4th and inches, and the Spartans get a new set of downs.
Great push up front by that offensive line. St. Mark's, that's one of the strengths of theirs. And right up the middle there, they're able to push forward. Red Lion unable to contain the push on the QB sneak. It's a great job there by St. Mark's.
Now a quick stoppage here. 9:29 remaining, quarter number 1. There was a flag on the field, and I think it's a sideline warning against the Lions.
No penalty on play, sideline
So
warning.
again, no flag, just a sideline warning for Red Lion. New set of downs now. St. Mark's sitting right at midfield, right in front of us at the 50.
It's going to be a battle, man. This is going to be the battle. Who's going to win it up front, Nick?
Back in the pistol. Jet in motion went Logan Klein. Campbell, though, dropped the snap, and then a little extracurriculars here going on in the backfield as Klein was tied up with Shane Caleb. Either way, it's going to be a loss of 5 on the drop snap.
Yeah, I don't mind the officials letting that go right now, but it's just going to be something. You can see the official coming over to talk to Caleb. Just got to keep an eye on that. Don't let that happen after every play. There's a playoff atmosphere right here. Last thing you want to do is throw a penalty on something. I mean, you got to understand there's emotion tied into this game. So we'll keep an eye on that as this goes.
Yeah, good job by the officials to nip that one in the bud here early. 2nd and 15 after the drop snap. Campbell now back in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to look to throw here to the near sideline. Not going to have the opportunity. He's slung to the ground, and the ball pops loose.
They're going to say he was down.
That was the captain, Makai Parker, who was the first to greet him in the backfield. As you said, Pat, they'll mark him down, but a big sack, and it's going to be 3rd and a mile here for the Spartans.
Great work by Parker. He just went right through, ripped through the block, and got the sack right off the jump. Red Lion, this is something that they didn't do in that first matchup. They weren't able to compete up front. Honestly, that's where they lost the game back there at week 2. So far early in this game, they've actually had the advantage here. This is a great start for Red Lion.
And again, when you're the underdog on the road in the playoffs, you don't want to, you want to strike early, try to put the opposing team on the heels. And they've had a few big defensive plays to begin this one. We do have a player down on the opposite side. That's Jake Ebal, the sophomore. Again, speaking with Coach Anderson this season, had some great things to say about Ebal. So he's able to get to the sideline with a little help under his own power, it seems. So that's a good sign for Red Lion fans.
Yeah, and again, you're going to see a lot of underclassmen on this roster.
Oh, yeah.
It's just so much talent over there right now. And this is a program on the rise for sure. And we'll see. I mean, St. Mark's, their window is now, so let's see if they can continue to take advantage of that. A tough situation here with 3rd and long.
3rd and long, that's one way of putting it. We'll call it 3rd and 25. First down marker sitting at the 40 of Red Lion. Back in the gun for the Spartans is Campbell. He's got a back sitting to his left. They'll give it to T.J. Martin. And he's going to be wrapped up. How about that? Coming up and filling the hole at the point of attack was Jock Wilson. And he is the leader there on defense, the linebacker.
Yeah, only a freshman. Again, you're going to hear a lot about these young men. He came right up and took on T.J. Martin, senior running back, who's not easy to take down, and pushed him backwards. These guys are coming of age, these young players for Red Lion, and you couldn't ask for a better start defensively if you're a fan of the Red Lion Lions.
So that's going to force a St. Mark's punt here on the opening possession, 7:17 and ticking. So back to punt it away for the Spartans is going to be number 87, and it's a good one. And McGarty going to let this one bounce. Logan Klein going to pick it up at the 22. Maybe a little bit early, but a good punt nonetheless. And Red Lions offense going to start this one at their own 21.
Yeah, great punt. And, yeah, let's see if they can take advantage of it and keep Red Lion pinned down. Here you go. This is key number 2 for Red Lion is can they protect the stud quarterback, Evan Bunninger. This kid is going to be the next up-and-comer here within the state. I can't rave about this young man enough. It's just going to, that game against St. Mark's, he wasn't able to he wasn't protected. He wasn't able to make things happen because he was under constant duress. Can they protect him and allow him to get the ball to the weapons? Let's see.
Again, both teams we had a chance to speak with on the show throughout the regular season, both very well taught and great kids on both sides. Buttinger going to look to throw on first down. He's got his man, and down the sideline goes number 13, and we have our first hiccup here, Pat. No number 13.
Yeah,
I believe on the roster.
It happens. It happens.
Now again, Kyle Manley is 8. I don't know if I see an 8 out there because we saw Jameer Snell switch numbers yesterday for Lake Forest.
Yeah.
And Manley is wearing 8, so that's not Manley either. We'll see if we can get some help on that here shortly. A new set of downs, though, from the 21 to the 37. Buttinger going to look to throw again down the sideline, and he's got Kyle Manley. Breaks a tackle, and we've seen that before into the end zone. Buttinger to Kyle Manley. 2 plays, 79 yards, and Red Lion strikes first here on the road.
Well, hey, look, they had trouble protecting him in game 1, so what do? We're going to do a quick 3-step drop, and we're going to let it fly. We're not going to allow that pass rush to get to us. They did a nice 3-step drop with an out route for the first play, and he put that ball. That's perfect positioning. I'm telling you, this kid he's uber talented back there. It's just a matter of can you allow him to get the football away. He couldn't have dropped that out there any better. What a start for Red Lion. This is what you got to do when you're on the road in a playoff game trying to avenge, I believe it was a 48-0 game in week 2.
And again, Pat, that's something we've seen on top plays throughout the season, that sideline streak down the field for Kyle Manley. Buttinger and him have had success on that play throughout the season. We're going to see it here again, and now Red Lion going to line up for 2. Buttinger under center. He'll turn, give it up the middle, trying to get in there. Doesn't look like it, as he's going to be brought down by the big defensive line for St. Mark's. They got it into the hands
Breon
Sims, so a senior captain, just unable to get into the end zone there for the 2-point conversion.
Great job off the edge there from Luke Decay, number 87. He did a wonderful job of coming off and making the tackle, making sure there was no second effort to get him in there. Special teams is a big part of it, Nick. So you're going to want to be able to, if you can keep them at 6, that's going to help you out a lot, especially with St. Mark's ability to kick the extra points.
So Red Lion getting on the board first. 2 plays, as we talked about. 79 yards.
Well, hey,
63-yard touchdown from Buttinger to Manley.
You're St. Mark's, right? Now you know you're in a fight, right? Now you know you're in a fight. You just took the first blow of the game. How are you going to respond? You know that you're going to have to up your level here. This isn't going to be the easy week 2 victory that it was back then. A lot of time left in this football game. Spartans can't panic. They got to continue to work their game plan and just keep fighting.
So this one booted away. And it's going to be a nice return for the Spartans.
It's
There's
Johnson.
Taz Johnson again. He was returned the first one. This one a big one. He's going to get this one into Red Lion territory at the 47.
He's so quick, Nick. And Taj Johnson, I love it. He got north and south. He made one cut and he went. And now he's set up with a great opportunity for the Spartan offense with a short field. Let's see if they can respond to the touchdown.
So let's see. St. Mark's offense back out onto the field, second time tonight.
Got I formations, and Hannock and Artis are in the backfield.
Some jet motion here for Logan Klein. On 1st and 10, Campbell will turn, give it up to Artis up the gut. And again, not a lot of running room. Good job by the defensive line. And guess who was in on the stop? Shane Caleb this time.
Yeah, great
job. Bring him down.
Caleb just driving from his outside linebacker position to make the play. Only a 1-yard gain. This Red Lion defense, they're starting to get a little confidence. You can see them, up front. These guys are up to the battle so far early. Let's see what the Spartans do. It's pretty much it's been run heavy so far.
That's the
See
first
if
carry.
they roll into some play action as this quarter evolves.
Yeah, we've seen that throughout the season. They've got some talented receivers as well in the green and gold. O'Donohue going to go in motion. In the gun is Campbell. And that one also snapped over his head. That is going to go about 20 yards. That's actually a nice play by Campbell to hop on it. And that's going to be a loss of at least 20.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Nick. I mean, at the very least, now you're going to allow yourself to punt the ball and try and flip the field. Caleb was coming right for that ball, too. If there was any kind of bobble, it may have been a scoop and score situation.
So St. Mark's had 3rd and 27 on their opening drive. Now looking at 3rd and 30 here on the second drive. 5:04 and ticking. We'll see what Coach Wright and the Spartans offense can come up with here on 3rd and 30.
Not a whole lot of plays in the playbook. If they have it, I'm looking to run a screen. That's what I would like in this situation.
They're going to drop Campbell back out of the shotgun, looking deep down the sideline for Paoli, who's able to make the catch. Or excuse me, Jude Campbell. Campbell to Campbell.
Great throw.
For a big gain. And how about that, 3rd and 30? Well, they came up with the right play on 3rd and long.
Great throw by Campbell. He put that ball perfectly, very similar to Buddinger's touchdown throw. Just perfectly positioned for him to be able to run underneath it. That's what the Spartans needed to try and get this ball rolling.
So I think that was good for 38 yards. Campbell to Campbell.
Timeout, I believe, here for Red Lion.
Yeah. And Red Lion going to want to talk something over here quickly, but a big play. Things were looking bleak again there for the Spartans on the second drive. 3rd and 30, and they get 38.
Yeah, it's a beautifully thrown ball. Red Lion can't let that happen. You can't allow someone to get behind you on 3rd and 30. You got to keep everything in front of you at that point. They maybe weren't as conservative as they needed to be on that. I mean, maybe you should give a little bit more cushion. Didn't respect the speed there, but wonderful job there. Like I said, beautifully thrown ball. And now that the Spartans are rolling, forcing Red Lion to take a timeout.
So the first timeout taken by the Lions here in the first half. We're still in the first. 4:21 to go in quarter number 1 here at the Graveyard. Red Lion, they got on the board first. 63 yards from Budinger to Manley. And now St. Mark's trying to respond here. They're able to convert 3rd and 30. Some sportsmanship there on the left side between Manley and Klein. And now a new set of downs for the Spartans. They're in the Red Lion territory. Out of the pistol is Campbell yet again. Klein in jet motion to form slot to the right side. They'll turn, play action. Campbell going to look to throw. He's going to launch down the middle of the field, and that's great coverage on the back end. That was Breon Sims, who was step for step with Jude Campbell.
That was it. Hey, don't let anyone get behind you there. Great job there by Red Lion. And I like the shot, though. I mean, St. Mark's, I think that's going to be a key, right? We know they got a strong running game. Clearly, Red Lion is prepared for that. You want to make sure that these plays this play calling is balanced out. Take your shots. There's weapons in the passing game for the Spartans.
So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. St. Mark's going to go under center I formation, slot to the right on 2nd and 10. Campbell will turn. They're going to pull. They're going to get some linemen out of front of T.J. Martin. But he's going to pick up a decent chunk on 2nd. We'll call it 4. So 3rd and 6, 3rd and manageable here after the 6-yard carry from Martin.
Neil Rose, the big freshman there, number 61, coming up with the tackle. Is one of the many star freshmen for this Red Lion program. Nonetheless, 4-yard gain for Martin, setting this up for a 3rd and manageable. 3rd
and 6. We'll see if the Spartans can convert. Converted on 3rd and 38 already on this drive. Slot to the right, the lone receiver to the bottom of the screen is Paoli. Campbell, they'll roll him out of the pocket. He's looking to throw on 3rd and 6. Looking to the pylon, a nice ball. Did he make that catch? He did, a touchdown, and St. Mark's able to respond. That's Logan Klein on the flag post corner route to the pylon, Pat, and what a throw moving out of the pocket.
Great job. They rolled him out to the right side and ran the smash concept, right? They ran the curl on the outside, trying to draw the safety up, and then they ran to the flag route right to the pylon. Another beautifully thrown ball by Campbell. Great job by Klein to make sure that he kept the knee, foot, whatever he needed, body part in bounds on the catch. And that's the answer that St. Mark's was looking for, Nick, especially after the 3rd and 30.
Absolutely the answer the Spartans were looking for. Extra point is up and good, and that extra point will give the Spartans a 7-6 lead. At one point it was 3rd and 30. Turns into a long drive for 6 for St. Mark's. 3:28 remaining here in quarter number 1. A 7-6 lead for the Spartans over the Lions, and some big plays already here in the first quarter.
I was going to say, we may have to buckle our seatbelts, especially if Campbell's going to be tossing a ball around like this. Could be a situation where we see these two quarterbacks go tit for tat. We'll see. But yeah, I like both of those drives. Red Lion came out, they threw the punch. Give St. Mark's credit. They didn't fold, especially with the 3rd and 30 mixed in there. They kept fighting back. Now they've got their wits about them and they're ready to go. We got ourselves a ball game here.
Yeah, what an answer for the Spartans. That's why they're 9-1 in the 2-seeding Class 2A. And again, Campbell hits Campbell first on the big 3rd and 30 for 38, and then 31-yard touchdown from Campbell to Logan Klein. So 7-6 as the Spartans are set to boot this one away. And back, of course, for Red Lion is that infamous number 13. And we'll try to check on that here at the half. Also back there's Malik Pinkett, the talented freshman. Last time I had a chance to see him was in a blowout victory for Red Lion. He was a star, had 3 touchdowns, and that's a heck of a kick. But Pinkett going to scoop it up at the 5, looking for somewhere to go and not going to find it. A host of Spartans on the kickoff team going to bring them down inside the 15.
Great work there by the St. Mark's special teams, right? It started with the kick, but did a great job of pursuit. There's nowhere Red Lion could go, and now they're pinned deep in their territory.
So again, both teams dealing with some adversity here in the first quarter. St. Mark's facing 2 3rd and 30 pluses. One of them they were able to convert. And Red Lion had a quick 2-play drive the first time around. Just seems like minutes ago here in quarter number 1. They'll get their second opportunity here with 3:21 to play. So Budding are going to go under center on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to the left side, and we've got it into the hands of Malik Pinkett, the freshman. No running room there. He's met at the line of scrimmage.
Another freshman, as we said. It's incredible the young talent this Red Lion team has, but great job up front. Luke Watson and company not allowing anything to happen there. Great job up front by the Spartans. That's the strength of their team is this line. I mean, up front you go with Watson as well as Aiden Zellman, and I believe Matt Hannock as well up there. Those 3 guys up front can really wreak havoc.
Yeah, they've had a fantastic offensive and defensive line all year. 2:42 and taking 2nd and 10. Bunninger going to work out of the shotgun. This one high and out of the reach of Kyle Manley on the far sideline.
And there's, I don't know, we'll see what this is. Is this an unsportsmanlike? Is this the coaches, again, because they did get warned to move back. Let's see what the officials call.
Yeah, I missed that one, so we'll see. We'll wait for the official call. St. Mark's pointing towards Red Lion, as you would imagine.
It's either someone said something from St. Mark's or it's the sideline penalty on Red Lion. Let's see what we got.
We've seen a few warnings. Not sure if we've seen the actual penalty so
there
far
it is.
this year.
It's the coaches.
And how about that? It is. So they add a warning. The second time you get a flag, I believe, and if that's the case.
That is correct.
Yeah, so
yeah,
we'll see if they're going to push this one back. Or excuse me. So they got the warning. They hit him the second time, so that should be a penalty. And it is. I think they're going to walk him back now.
The sideline infraction, Nick. You don't see it called often.
No, you see some warnings every now and then, but yeah, it's rare to see the call, especially so closely after the warning here in the first quarter. So that'll back them up 5, make this a little tougher on 3rd down. 3rd and 9. That snap got out of Buddinger's hands, and he's going to be wrapped up and taken down in the end zone for a safety.
Are they going to say he got out? Are they going to give him forward progress?
And it looks that way. You have him Spotted at the inch-yard line, it looks like. So getting the benefit of the doubt there for Red Lion, as they're going to say Budinger had a foot out of the end zone. Again, if you just have any part of your body outside, it seems Budinger did, and Red Lion going to catch a break there, but still in some trouble. 4th and 24, they're going to have to try to punt this one away with the heels here in the back of the end zone.
That's what St. Mark's wants right here. They can really get after it right now.
Budinger going to stay in the quarterback. We'll see if it's a quick kick. And he'll get it, and he will quick kick it away. It's actually a pretty good one. No one
really
back to receive for St. Mark's.
Why is there no one back there? I mean, you got it. I mean, they're going to get good field position, but they really could have shortened this thing up. Good punt. What a punt by Budinger.
I'm going to say, looking at the situation before that play, you're 4th and 24, trying to get a quick kick out from about the back of your end zone. Didn't have the full 10 yards there. Not a lot of room to work with for the freshman, but he made it work. Again, St. Mark's didn't have anyone back to return, so that one rolls to about the 44, and again, that's where the Spartans will start this drive in Red Lion territory.
Yeah, momentum has shifted back, so give credit to St. Mark's, right? They've seized the momentum after getting dealt a rough start with the touchdown. And again, I expect them to run the football and do some play action as well. They can really seize momentum in this game with a touchdown right here, again with a short field. Golden opportunity for the Spartans.
Slot to the left side. And as Hannick will head in at the fullback, Artis is the tailback in the I formation on 1st and 10. Klein will go in jet motion to the right side. It'll be turned, tossed to the right. They get it to Artis, and he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage. But look at the second chance effort. He's going to fight just to get back to the 44, and he was met by a group of Red Lion defenders in the backfield.
He was. I mean, he was originally met there by Malik Pinkett in the backfield, the freshman. But Pinkett tried to throw him to the ground, and Artis has got great low center of gravity, was able to stay on his feet and turn that into only a loss of 1, eventually brought down by Mekhi Parker, but good effort to turn what would have been a 5-yard loss and only a 1-yard loss.
That's a heck of an effort from Donovan Artis.
And we've come to know him as that guy. He does it on the football field. He does it on the basketball field. He's a gritty player.
Play action here for Campbell on 2nd and 11. He'll get out of the pocket, going to look to fire downfield, one-on-one coverage. He throws it up, and that ball tipped and almost reeled in by Jude Campbell. Great defense in the secondary by Seth McGrarty, and he's one of those senior captains, and he's one of the leaders on that Red Lion team.
Yeah, good coverage there. Stayed step for step. Good ball yet again from Campbell. He did a great job putting it out there where his guy could go make a play. Just good coverage there by the Red Lion defense. 3rd and long now.
And that's something that St. Mark's has converted 1 of 2 on 3rd downs here so far in the first quarter. 43 seconds, clock stop for the moment. A 7-6 lead for St. Mark's. Into Red Lion territory. They're sitting at the 45. They need 11. Out of the gun is Campbell. He'll get it rolled to the right. Once again, going to look to fire. He's got Logan Klein deep. Got behind the Red Lion defense. Same route, same result as he's into the end zone for a big touchdown on 3rd and 11. That one good for 44.
Great throw. Great throw by Campbell. And the Red Lion safety there, I believe that was our mysterious number 13. He came up to try and intercept that ball, and he didn't realize it was hanging in the air a little bit longer than he thought. And he overran that ball, and sitting there to receive it was Klein, and it was an easy waltz into the end zone. St. Mark's has weathered the storm here for sure.
44-yard connection. Campbell to Klein. Their first one was good for 31. 44 this time. Both touchdowns coming off the hands, of course, of Campbell and into the hands of Logan Klein as we have a flag here before the PAT attempt.
There's a flag on the far side.
But we saw it almost the same exact route down the field as he was able to cut to the sideline. And that throw there, Pat, reminded me of that Joe Flacco throw that year the Ravens won the Super Bowl against Denver. Just hung it up there and fell right into the lap of Klein, who did the rest. 13-6, awaiting the extra point here at the graveyard.
Another sideline infraction on Red Lion.
Wow.
He'll be assessed on the kickoff, but I don't know how you allow that to happen. That's 3 times now the officials told you to move back and you haven't done it yet in the first quarter. What aren't you getting, right?
You know, Pat, we were talking, you don't see it too often, especially 3 times in one quarter. That you just don't see, as the extra point is up and through. 14-6. St. Mark's with 14 unanswered since going down 6-0 on the deep connection from Budinger to Manley. They've responded with 2 deep ones themselves. Campbell to Klein.
Great job. I mean, St. Mark's is rolling right now, and it's the passing game, you know, and we said in the pregame that they were going to have to be balanced offensively and not be so run heavy, and they've been that. They've been balanced, and the big plays have come in the passing game because Red Lion's selling out to stop the run. This is exactly what St. Mark's should be doing. We'll see if Red Lion adjusts to that, adjusts their approach as this game goes on, and then that allows St. Mark's to get the running game going. But for the time being, keep attacking them with the deep passes. It's working.
And they've done a good job of, again, the coaching staff getting Campbell out of the pocket. That seems to be where he's his best, throwing on the move. They've got him out of the pocket both times on the touchdowns, as they've been straight rollouts. So again, that has been a good scheme-up job by the St. Mark's offense. 14-6, still 32 seconds remaining after, of course, the sideline penalty for the second time. St. Mark's going to kick this one away from the Red Lion 45. You would anticipate touchback, or maybe they'll kick it up in the air and see if they can get down there.
Yeah, I would try and pin them if you can. Squib it, so to speak, down the middle of the field.
So let's see. Set to kick it away for St. Mark's. Daniel Shannon, the senior kicker. And this one's up. It's going to be a deep one. It'll be a touchback. So Red Lion going to begin this drive at the 20. It was a snap over the head of Budinger that really killed the second possession for Red Lion. Pinned him back deep. A penalty on the sideline pinned him back even deeper. And then they had to force a punt from in their own end zone. And then St. Mark's able to capitalize off the field position, and now the Red Lion offense back out onto the field for the 3rd time tonight.
Yeah, well, and you know, much like we said about St. Mark's after they fell behind 6-0, can't hit the panic button yet. You gotta continue to fight, continue to claw, and scratch out a good offensive possession here if you can.
Slot to the right, McGarty and Manley are the receivers. Budinger will turn and pitch it out to Malink Pinkett. What pressure up the field from St. Mark's, but the freshman able to reverse field and now trying to get upfield and pick up a few yards. But again, he was met in the backfield right off of the toss. I believe that was Luke Decay.
It was a great job, and I think it might have been Hannick.
Yeah, Hannick was there as well, for sure.
They came up, they set the edge very good. They were able to reverse field, though. What quickness there.
Yeah, Pinkett turns a loss into 3.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got 2 carries for 4 yards so far tonight. McGarty and Manley back out and slot to the right. There's a lone receiver to the top of your screen. And Budinger going to look that way. One-on-one coverage. That ball hung up in the air a little too long. Coverage by Donovan Artis on the far sideline is that infamous, again, number 13. We don't have him. That one falls incomplete, but not sure Budinger if that left his hand wrong or if he got hit on that one.
I think his elbow got hit on that.
That one just hung up there for a second. So now the officials going to get together here.
End of the first, Nick.
Oh, that'll do it, and that's what happens when you can't see the scoreboard here at the press box. That'll do it for 1 quarter of action between St. Mark's and Red Lion. The Spartans score 14 unanswered after Red Lion jumped on top early. 14-6, St. Mark's lead Red Lion. We come back, 2nd quarter action right here on Delaware Live Sports.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy,
But have you tried Premier?
Welcome back live to the Graveyard here on Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis. Mike Lang hanging out on top of the press box. We've got a good one after 1 quarter of play here in your Class 2A quarterfinals between St. Mark's and Red Lion. Red Lion, as I mentioned before the break, jumped out with an early 6-0 lead. A long touchdown pass from Budinger to Kyle Manley. But St. Mark's able to respond. They convert a 3rd and 38 on the second possession, then hit Logan Klein for a touchdown. Get a 3 and out, hit Logan Klein again for a touchdown, 14-6. That's where we stand as we're set to start quarter number 2. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Red Lion offense.
Yeah, this is a big play here for Red Lion. They got to try and keep this drive going if they want to try and secure some more momentum. St. Mark's is hot right now. You can't afford to give them the ball back.
3rd and 7, Budinger, straight drop back and a fire to the sideline. Wanted Seth McGrarty, but just the timing a little bit off on that one as Budinger throws it into the St. Mark's bench there, and that's going to be 4th and 7 after the incompletion.
It's a great idea, great concept, great timing on the throw. He timed that up. He got rid of that ball just in time. It was going to be McGrarty catching the ball off of his break. He just was a little too far led to the sideline and couldn't get 2 hands on it. But I like the idea there from Red Lion.
So now Red Lion looking at their 2nd consecutive 3 and out. They should see a quick kick here from Budinger.
Watch the hard count.
We'll see. It is a quick kick. It's going to be straight up in the air. And a good fair catch that time, I believe, was Mas Paoli, who makes the fair catch at the Red Lion 48. So St. Mark's looking to add on to the 14 unanswered here.
Yeah, another short field opportunity for them. I think, again, you see him maybe run the ball here on 1st down. And either on 2nd or 3rd down, I would expect to see another play-action pass, another rollout maybe.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They do like getting out of the pocket. We saw that a lot in the 1st quarter.
There doesn't seem to be any wind, so the passing game, is going to continue to be there for the Spartans.
So out of the gun for Campbell to start this drive for St. Mark's at this Red Lion 48. He's got 2 receivers or bunch trips to the top of the screen. And they're going to do a quick pitch over to TJ.
It's Johnson.
Johnson, who's going to try to get outside, and there's going to be a late flag. He picked up 12 on the carry, but this one could be coming back.
Love it. Speed, right, Taj? You saw what he's done in the return game. They're able to get him the ball there on the toss. He got the edge. Let's see if they call a hold there on the receiver out that way. I believe that was Paoli stalk blocking. I wonder if he's going to be guilty of a hold or not. Let's see.
Or will we see a sideline warning?
Oh, if we see that again, I'll get frustrated on Red Lion's behalf if they get another one of those penalties. Face mask.
That's going to be a
against
face
St.
mask
Mark's
against
on
St.
the
Mark's.
block.
Wow.
They must have had the face mask on the block. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, you don't see that one every day, but that's going to be a personal foul. Should be a 15-yarder. And again, they're probably going to mark it.
Spot foul,
again,
or is it from the
that's
line
the
of
question
scrimmage? I think it's a
was
spot foul.
So we're going to have 1st and 17, it looks like. And it is package out. Spot foul, 1st and 17 for the Spartans. And now back into their own territory for, a rarity for them here tonight. And they'll have it now at their own 46. And they'll now 1st and 17. So they have had some issues with staying behind the sticks here today so far, at least in the first half. But they've been able to convert on 3rd and long.
They have. And let's see if they could go with the deep passing game again.
And the gun is Campbell. He'll get it, turn, hand off to TJ Martin, straight up the middle.
Maybe
Not a
one.
lot of running room. Yeah, maybe one on that carry. And there's Breon Sims yet again.
They've done a great job, the Red Lion, against the running game right now. They've done a really good job. They've challenged St. Mark's up front. That's going to be huge. You keep them behind the sticks, and then you can't let receivers get behind you. They've allowed that twice. Now let's see if St. Mark's tries to run the ball again to shorten the sticks up, or if they go right to the pass now. We'll see.
And they'll be in the shotgun. Paoli's the lone receiver to the bottom. He's got 2 to the top. Martin is the back. Paoli in motion to form trip. Some early movement as once again, here comes the pressure. Campbell trying to step up in the pocket, but not going to be able to do it. He's going to be brought down by the captain, Mekhi Parker, and that's his 2nd sack today.
Great job by Parker, and Sean Caleb was there to assist as well. They tried to once again off of the play action fake to do the rollout to the strong side, and that time Red Lion was not given the edge up. They did a great job of shutting down the rollout there and forcing Campbell to try and step up into the pressure. Big time sack there for the Lions, and now you got to play sticks defense. You can't allow them to get behind you here.
3rd and 20. Nothing new, though, for the Spartans here in the first half. They're used to this. So we'll see what they do. Out of the gun, they'll set up running back screen. They get it to T.J. Martin. He catches it at the 40, makes a few defenders miss, and he'll get out to midfield. Obviously not going to be enough for a first down. And
Eba with the tackle. What a job by Jake Eba. He's sold out for that. I'm telling you right now, if he doesn't dive and trip up Martin on that play, he may still be running. That was a good draw up by Coach Joey Wright and his staff. I like the screen on that play, and he nearly hit it. He nearly hit it if it wasn't for the great play by Eba.
7 yards on the completion for Campbell. He's 4 of 6, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. A pretty good start for the quarterback. Now St. Mark's set to boot this one away. It's a good one, a high one. Going back for it is McGrady, and he does a great job with the fair catch. It'll be at the 18, but a great punt nonetheless. So McGrady fair catches at the 17 with 8:42 to go here in the first half, and we'll see this Red Lion offense out on the field again, and they've had 2 consecutive 3-and-outs.
Yeah, St. Mark's has adjusted well, and Red Lions kind of hurt themselves a little bit, for sure, on the last few possessions. Let's see if they could get some kind of momentum going again with the quick passing game. But St. Mark's has done their job defensively after giving up the deep passes on the first 2 plays of the game. And a great punt sets Red Lion up deep in their own territory.
Only 2 running plays so far today for Red Lion. Both
looks like you're going to see some Wildcat here, Nick.
And they do. They're going to snap it directly to Kyle Manley. And Manley just going to try to turn upfield and try to get to the edge. Unable to do it successfully, though. He will pick up maybe a yard.
Great job by Decay coming up with the tackle. It's a decent first down play with 3 yards. Bunninger still on the sideline, so they're going to give this Wildcat type look a try here.
Interesting, Manley back at quarterback. Or this time it's Malik Pinkett. He'll take the snap, and he's got nowhere to run as St. Mark's going to wrap him up in the backfield. First contact made that time by number 87, and that is Luke Decay yet again here tonight.
3rd down and long. Let's see, do they continue with it? Now it looks like Bunninger's going to come in.
We've seen our fair share of 3rd and longs today, have we, for both teams?
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams are competing up front, Nick, and it's been a much more competitive game than it was in that first matchup. It's been fun to watch. It's been pretty good football being played by both teams.
So McGrady going to go along now with the number 21. He's not on the roster either.
Yeah, there's some number switches that happen, clearly.
Bunninger on 3rd down, needs 7. He's wrapped up and able to escape out of the pocket. Now has clean room to throw. Going to launch, and he's intercepted. That's going to be a foot down.
Incomplete. They're saying he did not get that foot down. That's what they're saying.
Man,
Great job, good coverage. Way to stay deep right there. That's Johnson. But yeah, Nick, that was almost a great play on the sideline.
I thought we had a good look at it. It must have not been as good as I thought. It looked like he got that foot down, but the official with a great view on it, so he would have been on the line, and that one falls incomplete on 3rd and 7 as Bunninger looking deep down the sideline to the infamous number 13.
And again, you can see the pressure, right? That was what really hurt Red Lion in this first matchup. Bunninger had to escape the pocket and throw that thing up.
So now another quick kick, and this one's going to be blocked.
Yeah,
I know the last few times, Pat, he's been getting close to the line of scrimmage. He's only about 3 or 4 yards in the shotgun.
I'm not a fan of it. I've never been a fan of it. I don't know why teams continue to do it, especially against one of the best, if not the best defensive line in this division. Why are you setting someone up only? You're not fooling anybody. Smyrna did it for the majority of the year, and it cost them in a Middletown game earlier in the season. This past game yesterday, during that unbelievable blowout that they had, they actually put a punter back 13 yards behind the center, and it's incredible when nobody blocks the punt because you're lined up in a much more safe position. That's just frustrating to me because now you're setting your defense up again going against a short field. Spartans, I mean, they can really take advantage right here of a mishap. The way I look at it, that's a mishap.
That was Aiden Zellman that got a hand on it. So 1st and 10 in Red Lion territory. Artis is the back. They'll roll Campbell out of the pocket. Here comes pressure from the backside, and they're going to drop him.
Hey, great job. There was pressure off the backside. Like you said, that's E-ball coming off the edge. You know, you're starting to see that outside backer, Nick, on the motion. When the motion comes across, he's following it. And he was able to just chase it down. That's a tough play there for Campbell. Just didn't feel the pressure coming from the back. Luckily, did not fumble the football.
Another loss of 10, and that's starting to be a theme here for St. Mark's in the first half. Just second and long, third and long, and first and long. That's been it so far here, is penalties, sacks, etc. But they've been able to overcome. Up 14-6, 6:27 in ticking, second now and 20. Klein and Campbell, the two receivers to the left. He'll turn, this time give to Artis up the middle. He's got a hole, a nice cut in the middle, and he's going to try to get into the end zone, and he does. A touchdown for St. Mark's. And a big run. This time they get into the end zone on the ground, and Donovan Artis had a nice move in the middle of the field and then turned on the Jets.
Beautifully blocked up front by the St. Mark's offensive line. Artis was untouched, and once he gets a full head of steam, look out. And he did exactly that. He just bursted through the middle of that defense. No one was going to catch him. That's big. As Spartans take advantage of the short field after the special teams mishap by Red Lion.
Extra point as the team's out to knock it through. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up and good. And just like that, 21 unanswered for the Spartans here at the Graveyard. 6:11 remaining in half number one. Red Lion going to get it back here after the short break.
A great job there by that St. Mark's offense, really pushing the tempo, and you know, I like it. They came right up. They smash mouth football that we're used to seeing from St. Mark's. Go right up the gut. Red Lion wasn't expecting it. They were not in a good defense. They were kind of fanned out, and Artis hit that hole. There was no stopping them. St. Mark's is rolling right now. Red Lion needs a big-time drive. They need a drive in the biggest of ways. They're in the danger zone, as I like to call it right now.
So St. Mark's going to kick it away here again. 3 consecutive touchdowns after giving up the long pass to Manley. An update from downstate. Dover leading St. George's 14-7. And again, thanks for joining us on your Saturday night here on Delaware Live Sports as the Class 2A quarterfinal between St. Mark's and Red Lion. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis and Mike Lang up top. And Pat, again, that'd be a 40-plus yard touchdown run for Donovan Artis. And now the Red Lion offense, after a few 3-and-outs, still looking for a first down here. This one going to be returned, able to break a few tackles. He'll get out to the 30, is number 13 for Red Lion.
It's frustrating. You know, we can't give that young man any credit. We're not quite sure who it is. Not sure if that's JC or Rogers. I know he's a big part of their offense, number 16 typically. Perhaps that's him. I don't know. If anybody at home is watching the game and can make out who
Check
that
in
is,
the comments to see if somebody
let
knows.
us know.
Not looking that way.
The young man's been featured, and I know that Rogers was being featured throughout the year. So I'm not sure if that's who that is.
Well, here comes Budinger and company back out onto the field. They'll start this drive at their own 30. He'll turn, give it to Breon Sims around the right side, and coming up out of the secondary to lay the boom, I believe, for the Spartans.
Paoli there.
Is Paoli. Hannick a little slow to get up for St. Mark's. Seems to be okay, though. And that's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3.
Brings up 2nd and 8 for Red Lion.
Great team defense there by St. Mark's. Good pursuit to get to the ball carrier.
That's Sims' first carry. Now they'll hand it off again here on 2nd down. And he's going nowhere for Red Lion. That time they got it back into the hands of Sims. So 2 consecutive carries for Breon Sims. And he'll pick up 3 yards in total.
You know, what do we see in the first 2 plays of the game, Nick? Quick 3-step drop, get the ball out of Budinger's hands. Haven't seen it since. You're seeing it on 3rd and longs. I get you want to establish the running game, but the running game hasn't been there, and right now you haven't been able to stop St. Mark's. So now again, it's third down, a long, obvious passing down. I would have liked to have seen Red Lion throw the ball on one of these first 2 downs instead of waiting for third. Now incomplete, and you're going to punt again.
And looking for Seth McGarty. His feet were right at the first down marker, but unable to hold on to it. And Budinger now has missed his last 4 passes. He started 2 of 2, 63 yards and a touchdown. As I mentioned, his last 4 have fallen incomplete. 4:51 to go here, still in the first half, a 21-6 lead, and now we'll see what Red Lion decides to do here on 4th and 8. Again, they're deep in their own territory, sitting at around the 34.
Well, there you go. You got the 2 backs next to Budinger. You're going to see him do this quick punt again. And St. Mark should pin their ear back.
And that one almost got blocked, as did every other punt attempt. And this one going to take a roll to inside the 30. So the St. Mark's offense going to come back out at their own 29-yard line after, again, another short touchdown drive. The last time around for the offense on the ground with Donovan Artis. We'll see how they do here with 4:41. Still a lot of time to work with in the first half.
They should continue the roll with what they're doing. They've done a good job. They're getting minimal yardage on the running game, but at the very least, you're starting to pound Red Lion a little bit, which is going to help you later on in the game. And then obviously the passing game has done a great job. So I think you expect to see some more carries perhaps up the middle, and then I expect to see the play action off of those runs.
So 1st and 10 for St. Mark's.
They get the ball. Remember, the Spartans get the ball, or no, they don't. So they may want to try and score here before the half, knowing Red Lion gets it.
They'll give it to T.J. Martin. He'll be wrapped up by Parker right at the line of scrimmage. He'll be able to lean forward and pick up 2.
2nd and 7.
Haven't been able, other than that long touchdown run by Artis, the middle of the defense has been pretty stout against Red Lion. But, you keep feeding it, because every now and then you may get an opportunity to burst one like you did on the last drive.
A nice move by Artis. Able to find him some running room, had some clear grass, took off for 6. Now 4:03 and ticking, 2nd and 7. Spartans got the ball back, trying to put some more points on the board. They'll turn, give it right back to Martin, and he's going to be tripped up again. And this time in on the stop for Red Lion is Jack Wilson, and you're going to hear that name a lot today.
Number 23, Malik
Pinkett in there as well.
And the 3rd down is short. This is where you want to be if you're St. Mark's. See what play call they come up with here. There's a lot of different ways that Coach Joey Wright and his staff can go here on 3rd down and 4.
St. Mark's been good on 3rd down tonight, that's for sure. Even faced with some 3rd and very longs. This one, though, just 3rd and 4. One of the manageable 3rd downs tonight for St. Mark's, and now we'll have a whistle before the play.
They don't like what they're seeing, I think.
I think that'll be the
St. Mark's
first time out, I think, for the Spartans here in half number 1. So we'll stay right here with 3:12 to go in the first half. It was, again, opened up the scoring early was Red Lion on that deep touchdown pass, 63 yards from Budinger to Manley, and Red Lion had some early momentum. They led 6-0, and since that point, it's been all Spartans. They've reeled off 21 straight, 2 touchdown passes from Campbell to Logan Klein, and then a 35-yard touchdown run for Donovan Artis, the last possession for the Spartan offense. And now, as you mentioned, Pat, they're going to want to try to score here. Red Lion will receive the second half kickoff. They got 3:12 to work with, so plenty of time. They're going to have to convert this 3rd down first.
Yeah, a lot. I guess, Coach Wright didn't like what he saw from a defensive look front with Red Lion. Wanted to call a timeout, make sure this is a big play, because you're trying to figure out, you're trying to avoid the 4th down decision that could be in front of you here on this side of the field. You want to try and convert this and finish this drive off. Maybe finish the half off without allowing Red Lion to get 2 possessions for 1, so to speak.
All right. Spartans 3rd and 4 from their own 36. Need to get to the 40. Deep motion goes Paoli. He'll settle behind Campbell, and now he'll get the handoff. Paoli trying to cut up field, and he's going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that's about it. Good gang tackling by Red Lion on the far sideline.
I'm going to send Decay and the punting unit out here. Spartans will. Didn't get enough to consider going for it on 4th down. Try and get Paoli to football there and see if he can make something happen off the handoff. Great pursuit by Red Lion as Paoli tried to bounce that outside.
And now a big offensive possession upcoming for Red Lion, as they'll have, it looks like, about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to work with after the punt. They're trailing 21-6, and as Pat alluded to, if they're able to score, they'll get the ball to start the second half. So a big possession upcoming for Red Lion, and before we get there, we'll have another whistle.
Another timeout, I believe, here by Red Lion.
That should be their last, or excuse me, second of the first half. So they'll talk it over ahead of this punt. But again, St. Mark's, we talked about the deep passing touchdowns. They had the blocked punt that would then lead to the Artis touchdown on the ground, and they've had some good field position. Even though they backed themselves up a few times on some of these possessions, they've always started with good field position so far here in the first half.
Yeah, they have. They've done a good job of winning the field position battle so far, and they're in a good spot right here. You want to try and pin Red Lion back. Your defense has been playing tremendous after that opening drive, yielding those 2 big plays back to back. They've really bottled Red Lion up, and I think you want to do the same thing here to close the half out. Don't allow Red Lion to get 2 scores for 1. And, because right now Red Lion can put together a touchdown drive and then get the ball again without St. Mark's touching it. So we'll try and pin them here if you can. Push them back, make them drive the length of the field.
So St. Mark's will punt it away. 2:26 on the clock remaining here in the first half from the graveyard. Decay sitting at his own 25. Red Lion almost got to that one, but it'll be a good punt. McGarty going to field it at the 35. He's dangerous. Now out to midfield. Cuts back inside to the St. Mark's 45, and he's going to be brought down inside the 45 around the 43. So a nice return for Red Lion. They'll have 2:14 to work with. I was almost right about that. And now we'll see if they can put some very important points on the board here ahead of the halftime break.
Yeah, it's just probably the best opportunity they've had, in terms of starting field position. They got a short field and a great chance here. Again, I want to see on one of these first 2 downs the quick passing game. That's what brought them to success on that first drive. See if they do that again here on this drive. I would love to see it.
Manley out wide to the left. Bunninger going to look to throw. Fires to the right side. That ball is going to be complete. Almost intercepted as Artis got a nice jump on. It wasn't in time. Number 13 will have it for a gain of 5.
There you go. There's on first down, you get a positive net of 5 yards. That's the best first down play they've had since the first play of the game.
First completion for Bunninger since the first quarter. Going to look to throw again here on 2nd and 6. Fires, has Manley at the 30. He'll break a tackle, and he'll carry a few Spartans inside the 25 to about the 22. Back-to-back completions for the freshman Bunninger.
It's that simple, Nick. Let this kid get in a rhythm. This is exactly what they need to do. He's able on these quick drops to read the defense quickly. It's one of his strong suits, and it allows him to get rid of the ball quickly, right? Not allow the pass rush to get to him. These are the kind of plays that'll set up the running game as this game goes on.
Bunninger back to throw now on first down. Double move on the outside. Good job by St. Mark's to stay with him, and he's going to be brought down for the sack right behind the line of scrimmage. Bringing him down that time, Daniel Egan, the junior.
Great job by Egan, and there you go, right? Short pass game, right? Now that play, they try and go deep, and that St. Mark's pass rush is going to get there if this guy's got more than a 5-step traditional drop, right? It's got to be quick passes. That's where they've had the success.
And that time trying the double move, not enough time to get rid of it. Play action for Bunninger, has Pinkett down the middle of the field. The freshman makes the catch. He's going to be stood up at the 5. He's going to break a few tackles. He might get in there, and he does. Wow. What a score for Red Lion. They put a touchdown on the board with 36 seconds to go in the half. A big one there as Malik Pinkett off the play action found himself alone down the seam, the middle of the field. And how about the run after the catch?
There it is. Quick passing game, Nick. I think it's pretty obvious that's got to be their plan of attack. St. Mark's got sucked in on that play action fake. The linebackers came up, played the run overly aggressive. It left that pop pass right in the middle of the field wide open. Great read by Budinger. Good ball to get it to his playmaker, and tremendous work by Pinkett to break tackles. Got to take the legs out right there if you're St. Mark's. They try to tackle him up top.
Going to try to get the two-point conversion. Budinger going to look to throw a miscommunication. They thought he had the goal line fade to number 13. Instead, he ran a slant to the inside. So that's going to be unsuccessful. 21-12 now, and still a two-possession game.
That's a good answer, though, by Red Lion. And what a job by Budinger to get his guys up on a line of scrimmage, getting a rhythm, throwing the football, get some more completions. Nice answer there by Red Lion. However, they did leave a little bit of time here for St. Mark's, so depending on how good of a return this is, St. Mark's could potentially answer.
Another quick drive for Red Lion. Their first scoring drive was 2 plays. Now with 2 plays, 63 yards. This one
Under
about
2 minutes,
4
too.
plays. Yeah, they got the ball with 2:14. There's now 36 seconds remaining in the half. A quick touchdown drive for Red Lion, and again, you talked about how bad that was needed.
It was.
Desperately here in the first half.
It definitely was, and I think that, you know, the coaches, they started to get back to what worked early in the game for them, which is the quick passing game, right? Allow Budinger to make these quick decisions, find the holes in the defense. Don't let him sit back there and try and go deep on this team. The pass rush is too good, and Artis is just going to cover that up. It's not the worst thing in the world at like the 23-yard line.
And we'll see if St. Mark's decides to try to go for some points here, or if they take it into the locker room with a 21-12 lead. Again, thanks for joining us here on Delaware Live Sports. Nick Allison-Journey alongside Pat Garianis. Mike Lang is up on top. And Pat, we've had a good one here in the first half. We didn't expect the same kind of game that you and Glenn saw earlier in the year, a blowout in favor of the Spartans here at the Graveyard, and it's been a contested one here throughout one half of play, 21-12, and a big answer there for the Lions, and they will receive the second half kickoff as we talked about earlier.
Yeah, which is big. So I mean, we'll see what the Spartans do here. I think if they take a shot, it'll be early.
And they'll give it to Hannock here. Could be the last play of the first half. He'll pick up nothing on the carry. And that could be, we'll see if the Spartans decide to run another play.
Yeah, I think they.
19 seconds and ticking here from the Graveyard in half number 1. A fun one. We've seen some big plays. A lot of scoring, 33 points here in the first half. And that'll do it as both teams will head to the sideline. What a first half here from the Graveyard. St. Mark's and Red Lion in your Class 2A quarterfinal. Red Lion scored first. They led 6-0. Pat, St. Mark's answers with 21 in a row, and then Red Lion puts a touchdown on the board before the half. It's been a fun one here from the Graveyard.
It is. We figured this would be a closer contest and more competitive game because of the growth this young Red Lion team has made throughout the year, and we've got exactly that. I think St. Mark's did a great job of establishing a game plan with the passing game, and eventually the running game up the middle, not completely abandoning it, and did a great job with their defensive adjustments after the opening drive for Red Lion. I think Red Lion has a few adjustments they can make to continue to try and claw their way back into this one, but I think this second half is going to be a fun one to watch, Nick, and it just goes to show, there's a lot of growth that happens throughout a regular season on both sides, and both of these teams now. I mean, this is a great battle, and it's a great played first half from both sides.
It was a fun one, and it should be a fun second half as well here from St. Mark's High School. 20 minutes on the scoreboard. We'll take a break here at the half. When we come back, we'll get you first half stats and everything you need ahead of second half action back here at the Graveyard. St. Mark's taking a 21-12 lead into the locker room. We'll be right back on Delaware Live Sports.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis, strong connections, strong service.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier?
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Lupo Italian Kitchen in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Come check us out. Located inside the Hotel Rehoboth, Lupo serves coastal Italian cuisine with fresh pasta made in-house daily. Lupo features plenty of unique craft cocktails and an extensive award-winning all-Italian wine list. Popular dishes include lobster bucatini, veal meatballs, grilled swordfish, and eggplant parmesan. Lupo Italian Kitchen on Rehoboth Avenue, serving happy hour daily and dinner 7 days a week. See you soon.
How you doing? My name's Mike Cassidy. I'm the founder and president of Cassidy Painting. I started back in 1984, incorporated in 1986. I never had the word no in my vocabulary. When someone called me to do a job, I always said yes. Whether it was a struggle, whether it was 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, it didn't matter. And with that philosophy, we were able to grow to the size we are. We employ close to 80 individuals.
We really enjoy being in the family business. I look forward to coming to work every day, and it's so nice to work with the people that we work with in the office. We've really become a family with them. We really create a family experience around here.
And Cassidy Painting is a very diversified company. We don't say no to anything. We deal with everything from epoxy floors to painting buildings to spray foam insulation, spray fireproofing. If it deals with a coating, we can handle it. So when our customers call and they're under the gun and they know the need to get a job done, they know who to call because we perform. We've always been performed. We've never been replaced out of 37 years of business. For any of your painting needs, we can handle it.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fanwear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now.
First State Orthopedics statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located in the Rehoboth Gateway next to Blue Coast Rehoboth, Thompson Island will follow the Sodell tradition of serving beautiful, simple food that will pair perfectly with our fresh homemade beer. Thompson Island is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, enjoy happy hour with friends at the bar, or spend a day in the beer garden playing bocce ball and ping pong. Thompson Island Brewing Company in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
Your home, your community. It's not just where you live, it's where you belong. At Dover Federal Credit Union, we understand what it means to be local. We started here, and we're not going anywhere. We're as local as it gets, and we like it that way. We're not just a financial institution. We are the local credit union that you can trust. Local people, local decisions. Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sodell Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
I would always pass by Ferris on Kirkwood Highway, so I knew that they existed. We stopped in the showroom. we just clicked like from day one. They did a total kitchen renovation for us. Ferris was so organized. They were on top of everything from day one. Always here when they said they would be, always on time, kept to the schedule. The level of comfort speaking to everyone that works at Ferris, they were just super friendly, easy to talk to. It was like they were friends, not, you know, people coming to work on our kitchen. The room is totally transformed from what it used to look like. To have all this seating now and the big table, the bench seats, it's great. I love coming home and just walking through the laundry room into the kitchen every day. It was just a great experience. We love Ferris.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when three guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Eggspectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader. Because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Today we're at Fish On in the Villages of 5 Points. Come check us out. Fish On is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine in a cool atmosphere with a happening bar, spacious dining room, and outside patio. Popular dishes include the seafood stew and fresh oysters from the raw bar. Fish On's recently renovated event room and is the perfect spot for your next event. Fish On in Lewis in the Villages of 5 Points, open 7 days a week, best happy hour around. See you soon.
Melissa Ellis is part of 4 Acre Realty Company. She is licensed in both Delaware and Pennsylvania. Melissa knows that being personable and patient is a key to her success as a realtor. Helping both buyers and sellers understand current market values and conditions puts them in the best position when making an offer or pricing a home for sale. That kind of high-level professional communication and her skill at being a team player put Melissa's clients at ease, knowing she has their best interests at heart. Melissa is also an athlete herself, playing multiple sports so she understands what teamwork means. She is still involved in sports, whether it's sponsoring, coaching, or being team mom for her own 2 daughters' teams. What sets her apart is how grateful Melissa is for the trust of her clients. She never takes that trust for granted. She affords all people respect and honesty and works hard to be the support system clients need and deserve. Melissa Ellis, strong connections, strong service.
And welcome back live inside Delaware Live Sports. Halftime here at the Graveyard between St. Mark's and Red Lion. It's your Class 2A quarterfinals, and it was a fun first half. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis. Mike's making his way down here. He's hanging out with us in the press box ahead of halftime. We're going to go over some of the first half stats, get you ready for second half action here at St. Mark's High School. 4:41 on the scoreboard here as we tick down to third quarter action. But Pat, we'll get to stats in a second. Red Lion jumped out early, a 6-0 lead on a big touchdown pass from Budinger to Manley. That opened things up. It was 63 yards through the air, a 6-0 lead after the missed PAT. And then it was St. Mark's for the rest of almost the entire rest of the first half. They put up 21 straight, 21-6, and then Red Lion able to answer before the break. They get a huge touchdown with low time in quarter number 2, and that's where we are, 21-12. What stood out to you in the first half?
I mean, I think that the difference in competition, right, and how non-competitive that first contest was and how competitive that first half was. I mean, I think this is great. It's tough to beat a team twice in a season. And however, I think both teams have played a pretty clean, first half. I was impressed with what I saw from both squads. The St. Mark's ability to control the line of scrimmage and take some shots through the air and not just rely on the running game, I think was important for them. And then Red Lion, the quick passing game, was able to move the ball down the field on 2 scoring drives to cap off, to bookend that first half for themselves. So, I think that they're competing up front. There doesn't seem to be too much of an advantage on either side. And I think the playmakers are making plays on both sides. Really good quarterback play. Really good quarterback play from both Budinger as well as James Campbell. I've been impressed with Campbell. Obviously, the last time I'd seen St. Mark's play, Chase Padalano was behind center. So Campbell, to be a sophomore in this playoff-type atmosphere, he doesn't look rattled. Both of these young quarterbacks, neither of them look rattled. I've been impressed with both of them in this first half.
Yeah, just a few miscues on each side of the ball for both teams. We had our fair share of penalties there in the first half. We saw some 3rd and 30s, some 3rd and 25, some able to actually be converted. It was a fun first half. Let's go over some of the big plays. 63 yards was Budinger to Manley, 31 yards Campbell to Klein, then a 44-yarder from Campbell to Klein back-to-back as those two connected. Artis, a 35-yard touchdown run. So all big plays here on these scoring drives for both of these teams. Getting now some of the stats, and you look at, of course, Campbell, as you mentioned, 4 of 6, 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. Very efficient, a huge day through the air in the first half. Artis had that 35-yard touchdown run, so he's got 35 yards and a touchdown. That's him in totality. Those were the 3 scores. Then you look at Budinger, 5 of 9, 108 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Kyle Manley had 2 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown. Mekhi Parker had 2 sacks defensively for Red Lion there in the first half, and St. Mark's has done a good job of overall of gang tackling and their pursuit of the football. So we are in for a fantastic second half here from the graveyard between St. Mark's and Red Lion.
Yeah, it should be a good, I think 9 pass attempts for Budinger is too low. I'd like to see him get up to that 25 throw range. I think that'll give Red Lion a good chance here. And again, I think it's got to be the short passing game. That's what's worked against St. Mark's. And, for St. Mark's, they got to make that adjustment there, right? They have to try and stop that intermediate passing game, that short passing game. Otherwise, they've had everything else covered. They've done good against the deep pass. Aside from the touchdown, they adjusted after that. And they've done good against the running game as well. So, Spartans, it's kind of continue what you were doing. I think offensively they did a great job. Defensively, they just have to try and bottle up that short passing game. If they can do that, they'll be in great position to close this thing out and book their trip to the semifinals.
And winner of this one has a date with the Quakers.
That's going to be tough.
From Wilmington Friends. They're undefeated on the season, 11-0. And, when you hear Friends undefeated, schedule, who they play, etc. Pat, we both had a chance to check them out. They are the real deal.
They remind me of, the Archmere teams of recent history, right? They're kind of looked at. I feel like a lot of people are like, they're good, but how good are they? And then you play them, and you're like, whoa, wait a second. These guys are a lot better than we thought. We probably should have respected them a little bit more. They got size, they got senior leadership, and they got a difference maker in Robbie Tattersall. That Friends program, I know, our colleague, Coach Bill Harmon, he likes to kind of try and water down the expectations for that. They got a good team now.
They got a
great
good
team
that's
over there.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
That is absolutely right. You're right about that. And Robbie Tattersall, talk about difference maker, as you alluded to, 6'5", 215.
Yeah.
I mean, they had 3 touchdowns in their first 9 plays in that win on Friday afternoon. Again, they are the real deal, and it's going to be a fantastic matchup with whoever they meet here, the winner tonight at the Graveyard. 1:30 still left on the scoreboard before we're ready here for second half action. But one thing we haven't mentioned, Pat, and it's kind of a big deal in a game like this, is the loss of Sam Crossan for Red Lion. One of the best field goal kickers in the state of Delaware, had that injury a few weeks ago. So not only that, we're seeing Red Lion go for 2, and that's the majority why. We're seeing them do the quick kick, and that's why, again, that's having a big effect here today on Red Lion.
It has, Nick, and especially, like you said, the kicking game, you're having to go for 2 points after you score. And the punting game, I'm not a huge fan. I know I said it on air, and I agree with you. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the lining your punter up only 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You know, I get if you're not comfortable with the long snap. I don't know why your long snapper shouldn't change, but I think that's an adjustment that you could see. But you're right, and across from one of the finest specialists within the state, which has had some good specialists this season.
You're right about that. There's been some good ones.
There is a lot of good talent out there right now. So we'll see. Second half action, we'll see if that comes into play.
Yeah, you heard that symphony on the speakers. That was our warm-up song back when I played here. That's what they played before we started the second half.
Juices are flowing.
So how about that, man? That's
Juices
you know,
are flowing
same song
for
can
my
be
friend.
relevant 10 years later, almost 10 years. Wow, when you say it like that.
Yeah,
12 minutes to go here as we're set for third quarter action. Red Lion will receive the second half kickoff here at St. Mark's High School. 21-12 in favor of the Spartans. Red Lion going to try to lessen that deficit here on this first possession of half number 2. 21-7, Dover over St. George's at the half downstate. Little update for everyone.
That's a good one. The winner of that game will move on to take on, I believe, who would they move on to take? They would move on to take Smyrna in the state championship game.
Yep,
so
that's right.
We'll see. I got thrown off, obviously, with this being a quarterfinals game. All right, we're underway.
And we are underway here. Second half action live from St. Mark's High School. Red Lion going to start this one up near their own 30. So that's where Evan Budinger and company will come back out onto the field. We talked a little bit about what he was been able to do here in the first half. 5 of 9, 108 yards and 2 touchdowns for the freshman. He's been impressive.
He has. I mean, again, I know I've talked about it ad nauseum, but this freshman class for Red Lion is one of the best I've seen in quite some time throughout the state for one team collectively to have. Just in general, the amount of freshmen who have been X factors for teams this year, the state is in good hands moving forward. There's a lot of talent in the first state right here.
3 receivers on first down for Red Lion. They're going to look to throw. Short throw out here into the flat. They get that time the ball in the hands of Jack Wilson, the freshman known for his defensive prowess, getting involved in the offense here to start the second half.
I like it. All right, it sounds like maybe the Red Lion coaching staff listened to me with the short passing game. I think this is where you can take advantage of St. Mark's a little bit and try and claw back into the game. Let's see if they continue with it.
2nd and 7 after the 3-yard completion. They'll look to fire. That one looking for Jasir Rogers. Decay almost picked that one off as he dropped back into coverage into the flat. And in speaking of number 13, thank you to people in the comments. Jasir Rogers, as you thought, Pat, so a good job by you to identify that. The freshman, a big part of the offense, just wearing a different jersey number tonight.
Correct. And I like it. They try to get him on a slant. Great work by Luke Decay getting into the flat positioning. Nearly came up with an interception. Nice work. Like I said, that's the adjustment St. Mark's is going to have to make. Try and take away this short passing game if they can.
3rd and 7. Budinger going to put it in the air, looking for Rogers. He tried to get him back on the deep slant, but great defense in coverage. I think that was Donovan Artis out at the far side corner. He got a hand in there. That is textbook pass defense there by the corner.
It was. Great work by Artis. He's a great defender on the basketball court as well. And he came up, charged the slant, did not get there too early, and affected that play. Well done by Donovan Artis.
Yeah, big stop for that St. Mark's defense after giving up a touchdown to end the first half.
Yeah, look, here's another adjustment. There we go.
And you're going to see a punter back.
Well done.
And it is Budinger, so again, no personnel change, just moving him back as if he were a punter. So we'll see if this helps out. Low snap, though, Budinger. It's going to be blocked, and it doesn't. Almost wound up in the hands of Luke Watson. Going to be falling on at around the 25 by the Lions, so didn't matter how far away Budinger was from the center. That pressure from that St. Mark's defensive line too much. The second blocked punt of the night for the Spartans.
Special teams, you can't you can't forget. What are they saying here? What are they?
Now, again, the only thing that could have happened here was a change of possession if St. Mark's recovered the fumble, then fumbled themselves. That would be bizarre scenario.
They didn't.
I agree.
Didn't.
They're going to talk about it, I'm sure.
What? I'm confused here. Let's see. The officials pointed in the direction as if it was Red Lion.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one here.
I would love, and if that's what this turns out, I would love to get an explanation for that.
Yeah, I would
because
too.
I would be extremely confused.
And again, we had a chance to chat with our pal Swifty up here in the press box ahead of the second half.
It's a great pass rush. Zellman just plowed right through.
Zellman again.
And
That's
got
the
the block.
second time he's blocked. So two blocked punts, both of them coming from Aiden Zellman. So let's get the call, and it's going to be St. Mark's ball as we anticipated.
Yeah, I don't know why there was any confusion there. But, yeah, how about that? I think that, it was the right call by Redline, but you still got to execute. And that St. Mark's rush got to him.
And again, long snapper's been great all year long. That time just skipped to Buttinger, tried to get it off quickly, wasn't able to do so. Second blocked punt in the game for St. Mark's, and second blocked punt, as I just mentioned, for Aiden Zellman. And St. Mark's started with some good field position today. They did so in the first half, and they're going to have great field position on the first possession of half number 2.
This would be a huge momentum shift if they're able to punch this in here, Nick, to start this half off.
First and 10 from the 24 for Campbell and company. He'll sit in the shotgun there, slow motion. He'll turn, give it to Artis, or excuse me, TJ Martin up the middle. And it's going to take a group of Red Lion defenders to bring him down.
Good first down run right there for St. Mark's. Good push up front. And TJ Martin's a tough back to take down. Fell forward for 4. I think Zacchaeus came up with the tackle there. I believe that's who that was.
Second and 6, 10:44 remaining in the third. Just underway here in the third quarter. St. Mark's defense forcing a 3-and-out, then blocking the punt. And now they'll go slot to the left to wide receivers Paoli down by himself to the bottom of the screen. Motion goes O'Donohue. Now they'll turn, give right back to TJ Martin. Has a little crease, and he'll get through and break a tackle. He's going to get into the end zone. You can't arm tackle TJ Martin, and he's going to break it off for another touchdown run.
You're going to have to take his legs out. He's too strong of a running back to go up and try and challenge chest to chest. He ran through 3 different Red Lion tacklers there and plowed his way into the end zone. What a start for the Spartans here in the second half.
You said it, 3-and-out, blocked punt, touchdown for the Spartans. That's what they were hoping for when they came out of the locker room, and they get it. A big touchdown run from TJ Martin. 27-12, awaiting the extra point. Kick is up. It is through. 28-12 in favor of the Spartans here at home. The Graveyard, TJ Martin capping off a 2-play drive. That time for the Spartans after the blocked punt. And you saw some players come up and try to lay some shoulders into TJ Martin. Not a lot of wrap-up going on, and that allowed him to get to the end zone.
He's too strong for that, and there's a lot of freshmen out there on the field for Red Lion, and it's one of those things where maybe going against other freshmen, you're laying the wood on it. But TJ Martin is a full-grown senior running back. I mean, he's 5'10", 5'11". He's 175, 180 pounds, and he's a bull. He's strong. You're going to have to wrap his legs up. He's going to run through those kind of hits.
Big run for TJ Martin. The third Spartan to find the end zone here tonight. Klein's got 2 of them. Artis has 1, and now TJ Martin getting in on the scoring action for the Spartans. They'll be set to kick this one away. Back to receive is Rogers and Pinkett. And now Red Lion kind of had the momentum. They scored before the half. They got the ball back, a chance to score again, unable to do so. In fact, St. Mark's getting on the board first here in the second half, and now a big possession coming up for the Lions.
Huge possession for the Lions. They fumble
this. That ball is loose, and that's going to be hit. It's going to be up for grabs. And I think Red Lion was able to hop back on it, and that is a fortunate series of events for the Lions. What a play that time.
St. Mark's winning the special teams battle, Nick. They're winning the special teams battle in this one. They've hit their extra points. They've blocked 2 punts. They've pushed Red Lion back on these kickoffs on different plays. It's been huge. It's been huge. The 2 blocked punts have set up 2 touchdowns off short fields for the Spartans. Look at the score of the game. Think about that.
That's been the difference. I agree with you there. And it almost got worse there in on that kickoff. Buninger will start this one in the gun. 1st and 10, fire short, looking for Manley. That one's intercepted. No, Paoli diving for it off the tip drill, unable to reel it in.
Look who it was. It was T.J. Martin. He had to hook the curl, and he drove on the curl route right there, and he nearly had a pick six. He jumped it. He's hot right now.
And he's feeling it. He's bouncing around down there on the field for the Spartans. He's riding that momentum. Great coverage there by Martin, and Paoli is the one that almost came up with the interception after Martin got a hand on it. So now 2nd and 10 upcoming. As again, though, Pat, they're sticking with that short passing game. As Martin just able to read Buttinger's eyes that time. Here's 2nd down. Here comes the pressure. Buttinger, can he get rid of it? Doesn't look like it. And the Spartans going to wrap him up. There's 3 of them in green in the backfield. Hannick,
Zellman,
he's one of them.
Watson.
Zellman right there as well. And how about that group of 3?
I know, all 3 of them. Sack party in the backfield. Well done again. Hey, this is why you have to run the quick passing game. Now, St. Mark's has made the adjustments, right? They're starting to jump up and jump routes, but that deep pass game isn't there because they're unable to protect Buttinger. That's what hurt them in the first game was the pass rush with all the sacks. And once again, they're making things happen. 3rd down and long for Red Lion. This is exactly the start that St. Mark's was looking for.
3rd and 16 officially, deep into their own territory. Double slot for the Lions. Buttinger has time to throw. He's going to launch. Has Kyle Manley deep down the field, and he dropped it at the 50. That would have been a 90-plus yard touchdown, and that's something you do not see out of Kyle Manley.
Yeah, you're right. And I'll tell you what, it looked like Manley kind of throttled it down before that ball was thrown. That is a perfectly placed football by Buttinger. He had time that time. And I'll tell you, St. Mark's is lucky right there. They are lucky right there.
That was a touchdown.
That was a touchdown.
That's a touchdown 9 times out of 10.
That's a missed opportunity for the Lions, and St. Mark's lives to fight another day right here.
And we're going to see the punt team that consists of the freshman quarterback, Evan Buttinger. He'll stay on the field, try to boot this one away. 9:08 remaining in the 3rd. But Kyle Manley has made a living off of that here this season. Has one already in this game for a touchdown, just unable to haul that one in. And now some movement up front. This one could go against the Lions.
Yeah, well, yep.
And it was. Penalty going to back him up.
5-yard penalty call against Red Line.
So once again, Buttinger now may be into his own end zone trying to punt this one away. Yeah. We saw that before earlier in the first half.
St. Mark's again, they need to go out, go all out for a block and really flip momentum.
That's a good point, Pat. That's something to pay attention to. They've blocked 2 punts already here today. They're able to block this one. It could result in a score. Good snap. Buttinger going to be able to get it away. He does so cleanly, and a pretty good one for how quick he got it off.
Wow.
And that's going to roll 50-plus yards, and we're going to have a 57-yard punt from Evan Buttinger. And St. Mark's, not terrible field position, but could have been a lot worse with Red Line pinned that deep. They'll start this drive from their own 43.
Yeah, what a job there by Buttinger. He's done pretty good when he's had time back there to get it away. And, at least it'll allow St. Mark's, or force St. Mark's to put a decent drive together of over 50 yards if they want to score. But what a job by the Spartans. This is exactly what they needed to do. Obviously, the halftime adjustments have worked for them. Special teams making the difference so far with that block.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Punt. And let's see now if they go back to the running game, which they established on that last drive.
So now coming in for tailback, that's Taj Johnson, the junior. He's behind Campbell, who sits in the pistol.
I would expect this to be then, if he's going to get the ball, I think it's going to be a sideline-to-sideline run.
I believe Hannick's the up back as Campbell checks to the sideline. He'll get the play call. 1st and 10 from the 43 for the Spartans. It's going to be inside handoff to Matt Hannick.
Good cut.
Nice cut inside to avoid a loss. He'll pick up about 3 on 1st down.
Good cut inside because the Red Lions sniffed that out, set the edge, and Hannick made a nice cut up the middle to fall forward for 3. Otherwise, that was going nowhere.
So 2nd and 7 upcoming for St. Mark's.
St. Mark's should be in no particular hurry here. Run the football, take some clock down, eventually maybe take a shot. But right now you're up by 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions. Shorten the game up. Shorten the game up.
2nd and 7. Slot to the left. Still in the pistol is St. Mark's. A weird snap that time. Good catch by Campbell out of the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Artis, and he'll lean forward for a yard.
Yeah, it's going to make it third down and third down and long, 6 yards.
3rd and 6 for St. Mark's.
So a third down for the Spartans here. We'll see if they
probably going to go to the air here.
Going to say probably roll Campbell out of the pocket. He's been great on the move. They love the rollout game today. He's had a few touchdown passes that way.
This is a big play here for Red Lion. You can't give up another score right now. You got to try and keep this at a 2-possession game.
3rd and 6 out of the gun. They'll hand it off up the middle and hammered hard at the point of attack that time by Jack Wilson, the middle linebacker, is Donovan Artis, and now we're going to have 4th at about 5.
There you go. Wilson that time learned from the mistake he made on the previous run where he was run through by TJ Martin. He lowered the boom on the legs, and he stopped him right in his tracks. And it looks like St. Mark's is going to try and go for it here. Maybe you're going to see an opportunity, try a hard count and a timeout is what I would expect to see from St. Mark's. You see,
bunch
Coach
trips
Joe,
on
Coach
both
Joe
sides.
Wright is looking at the back judge. He's going to take a timeout, I think.
Bunch
He's
trips.
Punt. They're going to punt. He's going to kick it.
And Campbell trying to
Play
alert
game.
his
It
receivers.
doesn't hurt too much. But I would have at least done a hard count there. At least would have did a hard count.
Yeah, it could have resulted maybe if they would have got him to jump in a first down. 6:38 to go here in the third, 28-12. And again, they wanted to see Coach Wright in the offense, what kind of look they would get with the bunch trips to both sides of the field. And if they got what they wanted, it seems like they were going to go for it. They didn't get the defense they expected, and now we'll see Decay, the punt unit.
It'll be interesting to see if they go back to that formation at some point here in this half. Now seeing how Red Lion defended it, maybe they feel like they could do something when it's not 4th down.
Here comes pressure. Decay, though, able to get it off. That's a good one. It's going to go out of the hands of McGrarty.
Oh, boy. That's loose. That's a loose ball.
And it's going to roll to the 1, and Red Lion able to jump on it. And
special teams.
Special teams. You said it. That is going to end up being a 55-yard punt. That is going to pin Red Lion at the 1.
Yeah. I mean, St. Mark's has done a absolutely elite job on special teams tonight. Whether it be the punts, whether it be the punt blocks, whether it be executing the extra points, the kickoff coverage, they have done an impressive, and the kick return, because Taj Johnson had a nice kick return as well. They've been winning the special teams battle, and it's already accounted for 14 points, and who knows how many points it saved them from giving up, because it's putting Red Lion in these long-distance situations.
You're right. St. Mark's has definitely won the field position battle here through
is this
2.5 quarters. He's going to be man at the line of scrimmage, just able to get out. Again, you just need an inch to save a safety. That was Breon Sims.
Number 1.
Sims 3 carries for 2 yards so far tonight. The running game has not gotten going for Red Lion at all.
It's hard to run against this front,
yes,
right? There's three guys up front, and then you go with TJ Martin, as well as Egan in there as well, and seeing Caleb King out there as well. Those linebackers and Decay, those guys make plays behind that big defensive front.
2nd and 10, Manley and McGrarty to the top. This time it's going to be a quarterback bootleg for Buttinger. St. Mark's did a good job of staying home. Rogers has a good block on Artis, but he's going to be run down by the Spartans near the near sideline, making that one's number 44, Caleb King.
Yeah, but I like the boot, and it worked. The defense all sucked in. Buttinger, at the very least, gets outside, and it'll give him a little bit of breathing room for a punt. But here you go, 3rd and short. Red Lion really needs to convert this.
And again, running game hasn't been going, so probably going to have to put the ball in the air if you want to convert 3rd and 3. We'll see. Buttinger, though, going to go under center. It's going to be a quick toss out to the right side. They get it into the hand of Breon Sims, and he's going to be gang tackled by about 5 Spartans.
Good extra push. I think they got the first, Nick.
That's going to be close.
Nope, didn't
get there. So he's going to be about half a yard short, and now 4th and half a yard. You're down 28-12 at your own 10-yard line. The punting hasn't exactly worked in your favor so far through 2.5 quarters. What do you do if you're the Lions?
I'm going for it. I'm going for it here, Nick.
And
you know what? That's probably an unpopular opinion. I'm sure there's probably coaches watching this game that are like, no, you can't do that right now. The way this game has flipped, you got to try and get this. You got to try and it looks like they will. He's under center. They're not.
Yeah, they're going to go. They're going to turn and hand it off, trying to get that yard.
I think they may have got it. This may be a measurement.
I think he might have too. It's going to be close as they got the ball into the hands of Jack Wilson on that 4th and inches carry. And it looks like it's going to be enough for a first down.
That's big. They needed it. I mean, Red Lion needed that. Now they got to string a couple together, but yeah, I mean, at the very least, you've gotten yourselves out of the basement, so to speak, and see if they can put together a scoring drive here.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to Kyle Manley at some point. He's run free a few times. One went for a touchdown. The other fell out of his hands. 1st and 10 now. New set of downs for Red Lion. Buttinger will drop back. 3-step drop. Looking to throw. There it is. Looking for Manley down the sideline. Good coverage out there by Taj Johnson as well as Mas Paoli over the top.
Yeah, threw that one out of bounds. A little too far out there. But they took the shot. That's what you called for.
Buttinger's missed on his last 5 attempts after completing 4 in a row right before it.
2nd and 10 for Red Lion.
And he completed that quick flare out of the backfield to begin the 3rd quarter. Hasn't completed one since. Again, it's only been half a quarter here in the 3rd, but Red Lion trying to develop some type of rhythm offensively. They've been at their best, as you mentioned, Pat, in the short passing game. So 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Fake toss. They'll counter it back the other way. And St. Mark's was not fooled by it. And getting up, making the play is Egan.
I tell you what, you're going to love that as a linebacker, Nick. He sat there, and that hole developed, and he came up and he filled that thing. Looked like you out there. Well done by Egan.
I'll tell you, Pat, it was...
What number did you rock back in the
15.
day?
I was
you
15.
Were a 15er.
Yeah, I was a 15er.
See Logan Klein carrying on the legacy down there for you, huh?
Yes, yeah, there you go. Yes, he is.
You know who carries on my legacy for St. E's? It's more, I guess, that I'm under his shadow is the great Cassine Benson.
Oh, that's a good one there.
Yeah.
Logan Klein putting me to shame as well tonight. 2 touchdowns through the air. Buttinger going to put this one up, and that's going to be right into the hands of Mas Paoli for the interception. Kyle Manley double covered down the field. Buttinger tried to force it in there. Instead, found number 1 in green.
Well, and he was kind of face guarded there. He kind of ran into Artis and was trying to run through him, and he couldn't do it. There was a chance that they may have called defensive pass interference, but they didn't. Great job there by Paoli, playing deeper than the deepest and coming up with the turnover.
And we've got a big announcement here, Pat, on the broadcast here on Delaware Live Sports. A special happy birthday to Kyle Carroll, the freshman here at St. Mark's, turning 15 today. The Spartans trying to give him a nice birthday present with a big win here in the quarterfinals. So, Kyle, happy birthday. The freshman here at St. Mark's.
Congratulations to him.
1st and 10. They'll start this drive once again in Red Lion territory. Play action. Campbell fires, has a Donahue down the field. And that's going to be a nice chunk on 1st down on the play action to the flat.
Love that play call, Nick. There's a heckler down here in the St. Mark's crowd.
That one's good for 7.
But I love it. I love, you know, that the passing game's been there for St. Mark's today. That's O'Donoghue's first catch. But there you go, 1st down, 8 yards. This is where you could really put the foot on the throat of this Red Lion team. They just turned the ball over. Haven't been able to generate anything here in the 2nd half. A touchdown here by the Spartans will do wonders for them late in the 3rd.
28-12, 3:53 to go here. 3rd quarter action from the graveyard. 2nd and 3 for the Spartans. Paoli going to go in deep motion. He'll line up to the right of Campbell. Play action is Campbell looking down the middle of the field. Has him running wide open. Another touchdown. It's the hat trick for Logan Klein. And he's having himself a night on a beautiful ball from Campbell.
Perfect throw by Campbell, and I'm not quite sure Jayceer Rogers was out there in coverage, and I don't know if you know, he got caught watching the route combinations or what, but Klein just ran right by him for a touchdown.
Great anticipation from Campbell. Again, able to separate himself while the ball was in the air, but you mentioned able to beat him deep. Another big touchdown for Logan Klein. He's had some big plays today. And as I mentioned, the hat trick, he's got 3 touchdowns for the Spartans. Extra point is up and through, and St. Mark's leading 35-12, 3:45 to play here, Pat. St. Mark's stealing that momentum right back as soon as the third quarter started.
Yeah, I mean, just a great job by St. Mark's. They've kept their composure. They haven't panicked. Obviously, the early touchdown and then the late touchdown in the first half, they've bounced back from it. They've won the special teams battle, and right there in the passing game, beautiful throw once again to Klein, streaking down the field for a touchdown. Spartans are rolling right now. You got to love to see it if you're a St. Mark's fan.
Logan Klein has 3 catches, all for touchdowns. Now that is offensive efficiency at its finest.
It's that number, right, Nick?
It must be, right? I used to catch some balls back in the day wearing that jersey. There you go. Logan Klein with a big touchdown there, but now Red Lion gonna need an answer. And again, we'll say both of these teams, fantastic. We had them both on the show. Red Lion was such a pleasure to have on a month or 2 ago. The whole team came out to Buffalo Wild Wings, had a chance to talk with Coach Ken Anderson, with Kurt, as well as a lot of those players. A great group of guys on both sides of the ball here for both of these teams. And the coaches have done a great job all season long for them as well. And now Red Lion gonna have to find an answer. 35-12, we got a quarter still to play. 3:45 remaining here in the third, but they're gonna have to get on the board quickly. Going back is McGrarty, and he just can't seem to handle it. Able to pick it up inside the 20, trying to get back there, and he's gonna be hit hard on the back end, coming up and laying the boom that time.
So O'Donoghue.
And I mean, talk about sacks. I know he had a couple games this year where he had 3+ sacks.
He had 5 against Red Lion.
5 last time these two teams played.
3 of them on one drive. It was like insane.
He's got season numbers on one drive. But it's been all Spartans here at half number 2. 35-12
Luke
now.
Watson, Luke DeKay coming off the field here. Let them get a little bit of a breather.
So 14-0, St. Mark's has scored Red Lion here in the second half. So Budinger in the offense back out. Slot to the right side. Rogers, the lone receiver, to the bottom. It's going to be a pitch pass. Pinkett looking deep down the field. He's got Kyle Manley, and he won't drop this one. Can he break a tackle, a touchdown saving tackle? That time by Taj Johnson.
That's great hustle from Taj Johnson. What an effort, because they were dead to rights on that play. Credit Red Lion, they're not giving up quite yet. The halfback pass worked, but Taj Johnson may have, let's see, because his defense has been great in these kind of situations. Let's see if that ends up being a turning point. What effort by Taj. That's a winning effort right there, Nick. You could have easily just let them coast in for a touchdown. No siree.
I think that one was good for 60 to Kyle Manley. Now they're going to throw it again. Back to the air, looking to the corner of the end zone. McGrarty just out of his reach, out of the back of the end zone as that one falls incomplete.
Nice idea on the smash concept again. It was there, but a little too long on that throw. But this Red Lion trying to see what they can, see if they can make something happen here. Try and get, try and at least make this thing interesting.
Again, I think that completion to Kyle Manley, unofficially, Budinger to Manley,
no, that was
good for 60 yards.
That was the half. That was Pinkett.
I mean, Pinkett, excuse me.
Yeah.
Malik Pinkett on the halfback toss, good for 60. Now they'll line up in the I formation. They'll give it to the freshman here on second down. And he runs right into the mouth of that St. Mark's defense. They're so stout up front, and no gain on that carry for Pinkett.
Yeah, they haven't been able to establish the run game. St. Mark's has done a great job bottling that up. Now let's see, there's Klein coming back onto the field, replacing Keegan Barnes. Barnes was in there, got a little bit of run.
So 3rd and 8, 2:36 and ticking here remaining in quarter number 3. So Red Lion needed to put some points on the board here. as they're in the red zone. Double slot here for Red Lion. Budinger looking to throw. Here comes the pressure. Going to look once again to the back pylon of the end zone. A deep post corner once again. I think that was McGrarty, but unable to find him for the second time on these set of downs.
Now it's 4th down. Hey, St. Mark, what I tell you about that tackle by Taj Johnson? Huge tackle, and it shortens the field up. Not as much space down here, and St. Mark's has done a good job of bottling up where Red Lion's trying to go, which is these smash concepts to get behind the corner in the secondary. They've done a good job of making those windows tough to throw through.
So 4th down, Red Lion going to need to pick this one up. They need 8. First down, sit inside the 5. He'll have a back to each side of him as he sits in the gun. Budinger looking to throw, fires to the pylon, and that is a perfect throw from Evan Budinger. Great timing as he hits the freshman Jasir Rogers for the touchdown.
Great work. What a great throw. I mean, you saw Budinger sitting there in the pocket. He planted the back foot, and he delivered a rope to Rogers. Perfect timing route. There's really not much you can do as a defender on that. Great work there by Red Lion, and they're a 2-point conversion away from making this a game.
Budinger to Rogers from 13 yards out. And the comeback route to the pylon. That's how you draw it up. It has to be perfectly timed in that situation, and it was.
There's a little earthquake look.
35-18, awaiting the 2-point try here for Red Lion. Direct snap.
Not there.
There's
Great
Kyle
job by
Manley,
St. Mark's.
nowhere to go. He'll lose a few as the ball came out late. Once again, Red Lion lining up in that wildcat with Kyle Manley at the quarterback in the shotgun. They won't get it, so 35-18, 2:13 remaining here in the third, but a big answer from Red Lion, still trying to hang around here at the graveyard.
They are, and I like to see that from a young group because they could just fold up, you know, like a cheap lawn chair and just let this thing get out of hand, but they're not doing that. They're competing. They're continuing to try and fight right now. Look, they're a young group going against a seasoned veteran group right now. It may not be their time yet, but I like the effort that I'm seeing from these guys. They're not giving up, and they're fighting. But like you said earlier, not having crossing here. 3 points that have been left out on the field. This is a 2-possession game if they have their all-state potential kicker here tonight. St. Mark's right now, all they got to do is continue to control the clock here. No turnovers. That's the one thing you can't do if you're the Spartan offense.
And if you're that Red Lion defense, you're going to be ripping at that football the rest of the second half here. You're going to have to try to force some turnovers if you're on that Red Lion side. So they're set to boot it away. St. Mark's set to return. Johnson heels at the 15. Also back there is Logan Klein, but it's going to be to the up man, TJ Martin, who dropped it. Then he'll pick it back up. And how about that lane down the middle of the field? Martin to the 50, inside the 40. Bye-bye, TJ Martin. And another big special teams play for the Spartans. A kickoff return for a touchdown.
Wow. And you know, the drop, I think it's set up the running lane. It set up the hole. Is there a penalty marker?
I guess there is. We'll get the call here.
There's a hold against St. Mark's. Oh, that hurts.
And that'll bring
points
them
off
back.
the board. I tell you what, TJ Martin, he showed off the Jets right there. A la Deshaun Jackson at the Meadowlands back in our childhood heyday.
How about that? That opened up like the Red Sea for TJ Martin. The holding gonna bring it back though on a night where special teams has been fantastic for St. Mark's. Could even been a little better, just not this time. The hold gonna bring this one back. A break there for Red Lion.
It's been the difference, man. It's been the difference in this game, but even with it, it's still set up with a short field for this offense.
But of course, we'll see if St. Mark's decides to try to pound the football here. Artis is going to be the back. He sits directly behind Campbell, who's in the pistol, slot to the left side. Another Campbell, that's Jude, the lone receiver to the bottom. Play action, he's going to look that way. He's going to fire to the sideline. Wanted O'Donohue there. Once again, same play where they work him out into the flat. That one falls incomplete.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I think I'm going to start chewing clock though.
Yeah.
If you take your shot there on first down, I think you go back to the run game here. Try and get this game into the fourth quarter. Again, limit the possessions that are left in this game. You hold a true 3-possession lead right now. There's really no need to do a 3 and out on 3 incompletions type of deal. The clock is your friend right now.
Once again, the pistol here for St. Mark's. On second down, up the middle to Artis, and Parker grabbed him by the jersey, and he'll sling him down. He's been really good tonight on the defensive front for Red Lion. With Kai Parker, a big tackle there to limit Artis to just 2 yards.
Yeah, great work there by Parker. He has been good. I mean, up front, St. Mark's has the advantage, but there's been a few plays between, with Parker, with Sacco. These guys are battling up there for Red Lion. It's closer than it was in week 2.
Yeah. As we anticipated.
Right.
Artis will head to the sideline. TJ Martin back into the huddle for the Spartans. Klein going to be to the top of the screen. Bryce Tucci, now the senior, going to be out there as well. And now Campbell going to look to throw.
Screen.
Trying to set up the screen. They get it to Martin.
Oh,
and
wow.
coming up and
Wow.
flying up and making the play for Red Lion. It looked
Pinkett.
like
That was Pinkett coming
Malik
up. What a
Pinkett.
job. What a work by Malik Pinkett.
kind of looked like a missile coming out of
Yeah,
it.
he went through 2 would-be blockers, and I'm telling you, if he doesn't come up and make that tackle, and he did this earlier in the game, I think you're looking at touchdown number 3 for TJ.
Yeah.
Has he got 2 today or
He's got one. Would have had 2
Oh,
on the
would've been-
kickoff return.
Yeah. It would have been touchdown number 2, but that's mission accomplished for Red Lion. They get a stop.
Decay and the punt
And
unit
it's
back
also
on.
mission accomplished for St. Mark's because this clock is running now. That's what you wanted.
Decay set to punt it away. Good snap, good catch, and it's a good boot.
Let it go. Let it go. Oh, young man.
And he lets it fall into his hands, and that's going to be an issue.
Oh, no, it's an automatic
That's going to be
touchback.
an automatic touch. I guess it must have been. He must have had a foot in the end zone. There's some confusion down on the field, but he must have been in the end zone. That could be the only explanation. Of course, that was number 21.
It's one, and that's like the thing. Once it goes
We don't
in
have
the
that
end zone,
jersey either.
Once it goes in the end zone, that is it. There is no
Ifs, ands, or buts.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it, my friend. It's kind of like a safety valve. But he should have let that go anyway. That's one of those where you put your heels, right? What did they teach you? Special teams, heels on the 5 or the 10. And if it's over your head, you let it go. You take your chances.
Especially that deep in, like you said, in
Yeah.
your own territory.
You don't wanna feel
Touchback's
the
your
punt at
best
the 1.
friend.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So they get to touch back. No harm, no foul for the Lions here. 1st and 10 from the 20. It'll be the last play of quarter number 3.
Reverse.
And it's a reverse. They get it into the hands of Kyle
Wow.
Manley. St. Mark's staying home and able to make the play. It was Mass Paoli, I believe.
Looks like
coming
they
up.
missed a block in the back there. That'll end the 3rd quarter, but yeah, they lucky for Red Lion, they didn't get tacked on right there for a block in the back, and they'll be set up with 2nd and short to start the 4th quarter.
Yeah, nice gain for Manley. They've been trying to get the ball into his hands today every way they can, and that'll bring us to the end of quarter number 3. All St. Mark's so far through 3 quarters, 35-18. They lead Red Lion as we head to the 4th. We'll be right back here live from the Graveyard on Delaware Live Sports.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
We're through 3 quarters here at St. Mark's High School. And welcome back into Delaware Live Sports. Nick Allison-Drini alongside Pat Garianis. Mike Lang trying to stay warm up there. I believe he's still wearing shorts.
He is wearing shorts.
So it'll
Doing
be
a
a
good
little
job.
cold.
He's capturing some of the Red Lion players over there in the huddle, getting ready for this 4th quarter. And Red Lion here with a good drive can pull within 2 possessions here, but I think it would have to be a quick score. Right now, St. Mark's should be in clock chew mode.
But they do have that capability. We've already seen it. A 63-yard touchdown to Manley there in the first quarter. A big pitch pass for 60 from Pinkett to Manley. So they have big play capability. We'll see what they can do here. 2nd and 4 as we begin quarter number 4 here at the Graveyard. One back to either side of Bunninger. He'll drop back in the shotgun. Has time to throw, but he lost his footing, and he's going to go down. Another sack for St. Mark's.
Selman got to him. Yeah, you know, it's a late developing play, and Bunninger was set to step up in the pocket, and you said it. He lost his footing, and that's going to end up causing a big sack there, and a loss of 7 to be 3rd and long because of that.
2nd and 4 to 3rd and 11. Clock will run 11:30 and ticking here in the 4th quarter. And again, you hear Aiden Selman, you heard Big Country over the PA. We may have a battle for the Big Country between him and Eric O'Neill.
Oh, that's right.
At St. E's. How about that? We got 2 big countries in the state of Delaware. Room for 2 big countries in the state of Delaware?
That's a good question. I don't know. There's so many good nicknames around.
There
the
is,
state
man.
as
I
well.
love it. You got to love it. So 3rd and 11 for Bunninger out of the gun. He's going to look, just going to throw it up. Jump ball, Manley, and he's going to go get it. What a catch. Able to keep his feet in at midfield. He'll try to cut it up and get taken down inside the 40. And when in doubt, just throw it up and let number 8 go get it.
Yeah, let your guy go make a play. I don't mind it. Good job. I mean, Bunninger, what do you got to lose? Throw it up, and what a play by Manley. He just went up there. That was just a grown man battle for the ball.
Ended up being brought down at the 38.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
A huge gain there for Manley. And now Bunninger going to fire quickly to the flat, looking for McGrarty, and he's had some issues. This is a rare performance for Seth McGrarty. He's been fantastic for Red Lion this season on special teams, offensively, defensively. The ball just seemed to be just slipping out of his hands here today.
It's tough, man. It's cold outside.
It is.
Sometimes it will affect the extremities. First and foremost, them fingers will be the ones that get cold. So
that's for sure.
Unable to hold on to it.
So Red Lion, though, into St. Mark's territory after the big completion from Bunninger to Manley. Second and 10. Straight drop back for Bunninger. Pump fakes, now going to throw it up in the air. Looking for Jasir Rogers. Can he go get it? A great defensive play by Donovan Artis, who was right on him step for step and able to break that one up in the end zone.
Good ball there by Bunninger. He knew he was going to take a shot, put it up in the air, and that ball just kept carrying. And great coverage on the play. 2 Spartans, Artis and Paoli, were able to get there and make that a tough play for the freshman Rogers. All-around good play by everybody involved, honestly, and really good work by Donovan Artis to make sure nobody got behind him.
Yeah, he was right there with him, right in the face of Rogers as he went up for that one. So 3rd and 10 now, 10:37 to go here from the Graveyard. Evan Bunninger, that was his 21st pass attempt.
I told you he's going to have to get to 25 if they want a shot. He's going to get there. I think they've had a really good second half game plan.
Play action, fires across the middle, has his man. It's Breon Sims who makes the catch at the 20. He'll break a Spartan tackle and try to get inside the 15.
And he will for a first
and
down.
He'll get into the inside to about the 14. A red zone opportunity for Red Lion, but there's a Spartan a little bit slow to get up, and that's Logan Klein. Something you don't like to see. Hopefully he's all right. He'll try to make his way to the sideline.
Yeah, he's in some pain there. But that's a really good throw by Bunninger. He held the ball in there for the mesh point, waited for the receiver to break through the linebackers, and delivered that ball on time and on the money. Nice work. And now Red Lion, like I said, they've had a really good offensive game plan here in the second half. St. Mark's has been just as good. They've answered just as much.
Bunninger able to escape the pressure. Now he's got some space to fire out of the pocket. That one looking to the back of the end zone. McGrarty had a very small amount of room to operate back there. Bunninger tried to thread the needle just out of his reach.
I like it, though. You did the right thing. He was able to break around the right side, get past Watson, and throw the ball up where his guy had a chance to get it. Just a little bit too high.
2nd and 10 for Red Lion.
2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10, as you mentioned, Pat Bunninger will get the play call, head back into the huddle. As Red Lion trailing 35-18. A lot of football left to be played. But it's been all St. Mark's here through the second half. Red Lion trying to get their second points.
They're trying to
here
even
in the
it up.
second half. Second scoring drive. Play action.
wow.
Buddington on the bootleg. They couldn't get him. Fires into the end zone. How about that play?
Oh.
Coming out of nowhere to break that one up.
It's Paoli.
Was Mas Paoli.
It was a
How
little-
about the closing speed there, Pat?
A little bit behind McGroarty. He had him. And great job to avoid the sack. If he leads McGroarty a little bit, I think he hits him. Throws it a little bit behind, and Paoli from the middle of the field jumped it, Nick, and he nearly had a pick.
Would have been number two.
Would have been pick number 2. He just couldn't quite hold on to it. Great coverage. Great coverage by Paoli there.
Along with a set of keys.
And we've got some keys up here. Here at the press box. If you know anybody lost their keys at St. Mark's, tell them to come on up. Defensive chant here by the Spartan faithful. 3rd and 10 for Red Lion. Budinger in the gun, got 2 backs in there with him. Play action again. This one going to be thrown up, and no one there was looking for Breon Sims down the middle of the field, and unable to get that one to him.
Pass rush forced him to get rid of the football before he wanted to. The arm was hit while he let that ball go, and that play never really had a chance to develop. Good defense, good pass rush by St. Mark's.
That was the 25th pass attempt for Kyle Budinger. 187 yards for him through the air with those 3 touchdowns.
He's been good. I mean, he's been good. I think he's got 2 of the touchdowns.
Excuse me, 2 touchdowns. Sorry. One to Manley and one to Rogers. So 4th and 10 now for Red Lion. Gonna need a big play. One-on-one coverage looking for Manley, and that's broken up in the end zone. A turnover on downs. Taj Johnson was one-on-one with the talented receiver, and he's able to break it up.
Great ball right there. Good idea. Throw it up to your big target. They did that. Really good coverage by Taj Johnson, and now we're going to probably get an unsportsmanlike against St. Mark's. Dead ball unsportsmanlike. That's going to push St. Mark's back.
Kyle Manley has 4 catches on 7 targets for 180 yards here today. And you mentioned the penalty. We'll await the call here.
I believe it's an unsportsmanlike. Somebody said the magic word there to the officials, and St. Mark's is going to get pinned back deep in their own zone. But that's a big stop.
Big stop.
Red Lion needed that touchdown. You know, to cut into this, make this a 2-score game with 10 minutes to go. They were unable to do it. Great coverage by St. Mark's there. They really kind of tightened up after giving up a couple of big plays, allow Red Lion to get back deep into their own zone.
I'll tell you, Taj Johnson and Donovan Artis have been spectacular in the secondary, as well as Mouse Paoli. That secondary has been fantastic. Just a few miscommunications on some deep balls where they were beat deep, but they've been great in straight-up man-to-man coverage here tonight at the Graveyard. 35-18, 9:57 remaining here at St. Mark's High School. After the penalty, the Spartan offense can be pinned back deep into their own territory after the penalty.
I expect them to run the ball up the middle here. They got Artis in there. I expect them to try and run to their strength, which is this offensive line, and get the clock started.
Panicks the up back. Some motion from Logan Klein, as we've seen for a majority of the game, but a whistle going to prevent this play from occurring.
Encroachment against Red Lion. That's interesting. The ball wasn't snapped, but that's going to be 5 free yards there for St. Mark's. They'll take it.
Maybe lined up in the neutral zone, not sure.
Yep.
There, so an offside against Red Lion. That'll take away or add at least 5 yards back to the penalty that St. Mark's just received. So back-to-back penalties before we get a play here. 1st and 5 for the Spartans. Campbell under center. Artis still the tailback. There goes Klein from right to left. And they'll hand it off the middle to Artis.
Nowhere.
And he'll be wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
That's big number 61, Neil Rose again, the freshman, plugging that hole.
Well, Kai Parker right there with him as well. And again, the defensive front for Red Lion has done a pretty decent job.
They have.
And when St. Mark's has been effective throwing the football, they've done a great job of getting Campbell out of the pocket and on the move.
Yes.
And that can be, because they got those two big defensive tackles inside. You get them out of the pocket, they're going to be hard to chase them down that way.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, the game plan's been really rock solid
Yeah.
offensively from St. Mark's. I got to give credit to Coach Wright and his staff. They've done a good job.
2nd and 5 after the carry for no gain. This time they give it right back to T.J. Martin. There's that speed, and another big play for T.J. Martin. And he is going to maybe take this one for 6. Another big run for number 2. T.J. Martin with touchdown number 2.
That boy, he is fast.
My
TJ.
goodness, how about when he turned on those jets?
You know, I think the legs are fully healthy, right? Coming off of the knee injury. This was a big opportunity for him to come back and play this senior year, and boy, oh boy, was he flying right there. I think that's a 90-yard score. What a run from TJ.
89-yard touchdown for T.J. Martin, and St. Mark's pulling away here in quarter number 4, 41-18 as we await the extra point.
That one might just put this one away, Nick.
T.J. Martin, you saw the explosiveness. This extra point is up and through, 42-18. It has been a Spartan second half here at home.
Wow. Electric.
89 yards for a score for T.J. Martin.
What work there by TJ. I mean, a good blocking up front, and again, the middle of the field was vacated, and he just outran angles. He just outran angles right there by both Jasir Rogers and one other defender. I didn't quite get the number because it was so fast. How fast TJ was there. I mean, he was just shot out of a cannon.
I blinked and he was gone for T.J. Martin. Now 9 carries, 132 yards and 2 touchdowns. Had a kick return touchdown called back on a hold. What a night for TJ.
Spartans gotta love having him back. This makes their running games much more dynamic now with him and Artis and Hannick.
And Hannick doesn't really have to get a lot of the touches tonight. Just 2 carries for Hannick, 5 for Artis, and 10 pass attempts for Campbell. Martin, the leading ball carrier, with 9. A nice balance from this Spartan offense here tonight.
It's true, man. Our guy Will Sforza down there giving some love. Seen him dapping
Will
up
Sforza,
TJ.
there you go.
He's been in this Spartan program for years, Nick.
Yes, he has. Was there back when I was playing.
Great guy, man. I've always
Fantastic
enjoyed Will.
guy. Does a lot of great work. This one going to be fielded at the 25, brought down at the 30. That was Malik Pinkett trying to make something happen. 2 Spartans there, and now a late flag.
Sportsmanlike against St. Mark's. Somebody said something. There's no reason to say anything. Especially if you're going to move on. You can't be getting unsportsmanlike.
Absolutely right about that. It only takes 2 of them to take you out of play. 8:56 still to go here from St. Mark's High School, 42-18. Again, we thank you all for tuning in to Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini and Pat Garianis on the call here tonight for your Class 2A quarterfinal between St. Mark's and Red Lion. So it is officially an unsportsmanlike against the Spartans. This will give Red Lion some better field position here.
It's going to move this ball up another 15. Red Lion just got to, you hear the fans say you're giving it to them. Hey, you guys are up 42-18.
It might be a 1-possession game. We might have missed something.
You got to love it, Nick. You got to love it.
1st and 10 for Red Lion out at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we had some good ones at the Seaford and St. Elizabeth's game
never
last night.
ceases to amaze you, right?
Gotta love the passion. Bunninger under center. They'll turn, give it up the middle. It's a new tailback now for Red Lion. That's Ray Romano, the senior. Actually surprised we hadn't seen a little dose of him earlier in the game. Talk about senior leader. He was fantastic when we had a chance to talk to him on 302 Sports Weekly.
Yeah, he's a special. You know, he's a nice little running back. Runs the ball hard, 5 yards there. I mean, everyone loves Raymond. So
I would say when I heard him talk, he made me want to run through a wall. He was that good.
You didn't catch that reference, did you? Everybody loves Raymond.
I just thought
Ray
you knew
Romano.
him better than me.
Yeah.
I was like, his first name's Raymond. There you go. 2nd and 5. Bunninger, quick pitch out to the left. They're going to get it back into the hands of
Raymond.
Ray.
You got it. Romano.
Ray Romano. How about that? How did it take me
it's
so
the
long
name.
to put that
Come
together?
Come on, man. All name team for
Even
Ray
that,
Romano,
no
man.
doubt about that one for sure.
Good carries, too.
Yeah, 2 carries.
Got
enough
him
for
a first down. Yep.
The carry was good enough for a red line first
So
down.
2 carries, 10 yards for Ray Romano. And now into St. Mark's territory. Go Red Lion with 8:15 to go here, trailing 42-18. Bunninger back under center, straight drop back. Going to look to the flat, fires, has his man, makes the catch at the 35, and that's where he'll be taken down. And that time
Pass complete.
they got it into the hands.
Williams.
In on tackle number 15, Logan Klein.
Deshaun Williams, as you mentioned, Pat, good eye.
And a 7 on the play.
Still got some eyes, Nick. I don't have many ears left, but
Oh, yeah?
struggle
Not
to hear
losing the
nowadays.
ears?
I can still see.
I feel like I'm in the reverse. But I wear a lot of headsets, though, as we all do. So who knows if that has some effect on the hearing. Buttinger going to get it into the hands of Ray Romano. Deep stretch play to the left side, and Romano has a first down. Kind of just halted there near the sideline. And that's going to be enough for another first down. So Ray Romano carrying for 2 first downs here on this drive.
Nice work getting out of bounds, too. You want to preserve some
That's a good
clock
point.
here. You want to, you know, right now, Red Lion, a young team here. You want to play this game as if it's.
And the clock actually going to run.
Oh, all right. Never
So
mind.
maybe they whistled. I thought he got out of bounds as well. But maybe they're
I
gonna
take
let
it
it
back.
run.
I stand corrected.
Might have been the first time we've stood corrected today. Had a good broadcast. What do you say?
Ah, yeah. I mean, you kidding me? 99.8% so far.
So here's Buttinger, fumbled the snap that time under center. Will pick it back up and look to throw. Has time. Going towards the sideline as his man makes the catch. I believe it was Jasir Rogers.
It was. Good tackle by Taj John. Taj has been very good out there at his cornerback position.
13, Jasir Rogers.
He's played good coverage. Come up. That's a great form tackle on Rogers, who's slippery. Nice 5-yard gain. Red Lion just taking what the defense is giving them right now. Offensively, I don't think they've been too bad, Nick, considering it's just, you know, right now St. Mark's, they were clicking today. Special teams
Special
and
team, I
offense.
think, as you mentioned, Pat,
been the
would be
difference.
yeah. 2nd and 5 for Red Lion. Hands it off to Ray Romano. A nice hole for number 5. He'll break through it, get into the next level, and pick up about 10 yards.
Nice little drive here from Romano. He's gotten a little bit of momentum running the football here. He's been good.
4 carries for 27 on this drive for Ray Romano. How can you not love that?
I mean, everybody loves it. There it is again. We're going to go right back to that well.
I can't imagine what happens if he scores.
I'm afraid I don't think I can say it a third time.
I think we will kill it there, but I think but what a good one
that's
that
always
was.
been a flaw of mine, is to know when a joke is dead.
3-step drop,
Oh.
firing across the middle. Was looking for Seth McGrarty. Instead found a few Spartans in coverage. That one tipped, almost intercepted, but falls to the ground for an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it forced the issue there. That's the heart of that St. Mark's defense, the middle of the field. Wasn't able to do it.
29 pass attempts now for Buttinger. He has 197 yards. A couple touchdowns. So under 6 to go here from St. Mark's High School. Buttinger has that one knocked down. I think it was Donahue.
Yep.
Got it with that left hand. Looking like T.J. Watt there on the edge, batting that one down.
Got that big paw up there. Knocked it down. Nice work. These guys are, this is a really, I mean, they got a really good front 3 right there. I mean, Hannock, Zellman, occasionally Watson, O'Donohue.
Yeah, how about that?
It's always 3 of those 4 guys up in there.
3rd and 10. Buttinger, another toss out to Romano, trying to get the edge. Gets to the sideline, falls forward. And he'll pick up 3 or 4 on the toss, as I do believe he was able to get out of bounds.
And a 4th down upcoming for Red Lion. They've gotten the ball down here a few times and just have, there's been two times I think now that they've, or 3 times, this would be the 3rd time that they've been down in this territory where they haven't scored. See if they can exercise the demons here.
So 4th down play for Red Lion. They're not even going to get the pass attempt off. There he is, O'Donohue, wrapping him up for the sack. And that's going to be a turnover on down. St. Mark's will get it back with a 42-18 lead with 5:43 to go here at home.
How about that? O'Donohue, he's adding, I think his season total against Red Lion is up to 7 between the 2 games. He was able to break right through and come up with the big time, pretty much sealer. And now at 5:41 to go, St. Mark's, unless TJ Martin decides to break off another 70-yard run.
He's got that capability.
They could essentially potentially do what we saw Archmere do earlier today, which was close a game out with a nice 7-minute drive.
I read that on Twitter.
That.
How about that to close out a game?
It's a 7-8 minute drive to close it out.
That's well executed.
There's the Sparty mascot down there. What's his name? Brutus? What's his name? Bruno?
It was Marcus.
Marcus.
Back when I was here. I don't know if that's the same. It has to be a new mascot uniform down there, I believe.
Saw Wilmington Friends had a mascot today. It was a kangaroo.
Yeah, we had a long discussion. Handoff to the right side. And get the ball in the hand of Keegan Barnes here to try to run some clock. He'll pick up 3 on that carry. Yeah, Pat, we talked about it because we had seen it on the far sideline from a distance. I got the binoculars out, tried to check it out. We couldn't identify what it was.
Very ambiguous animal. Couldn't quite figure out the species.
Took us a while,
It was confirmed to be a kangaroo.
A kangaroo.
Joey.
Joey, yeah,
Joey the kangaroo.
So how about that?
That's a marsupial, if I'm not mistaken.
And you did say that yesterday, Pat. You did say it's a marsupial of some point.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, we got some smart guys up here in the press box at St. Mark's High School.
It's that Catholic school education there, you know what I mean? Marsupial.
So 2nd and 7, we'll have a whistle down on the field.
Spartacus or Marcus, that is a human, I believe.
That is?
He's now in the stands.
There you go. Sitting in the front row.
He's in the student section, doing what he can. I love a good mascot, man. You love a good mascot. We didn't have one at St. E's. Nobody wanted to put the Viking outfit on.
Wow.
Small school. This small school.
You guys were able to bring home a state championship without a mascot?
Without a mascot.
Wow.
Without a mascot. Yeah, it was. I mean, it is what it is. We did my senior year, and we didn't have a band. A small school, Yeah. But we actually had a drum line. My senior year that would come to the games and play when we would score.
That's fun, yeah. You gotta love that. We had some great high school bands
you guys
here in the state of Delaware for sure. I mean,
for
Dover.
sure.
We made a couple trips down there. Seen a great performance.
Dover's halftime performance this year may be my favorite I've seen so far. It was an Earth, Wind, and Fire.
So good.
It was an Earth, Wind, and Fire medley. Or what is it, medley? I think it's medley.
How about that?
It was just tremendous.
So 2nd and 7, they're going to throw it here. Campbell fires out wide to Logan Klein, has his 4th catch of the day. Going to break a tackle, going to have to stay in bounds. And he is shedding Red Lion defenders like crazy as he's out near the 45.
It's the 15 effect, Nick.
That's going to be good for 20 on the pitch and catch. Klein has been targeted 4 times. He's got 4 catches. 3 of them have gone for touchdowns.
And now you can go right back to running the football and keeping that clock moving.
So St. Mark's, if it continues the way we would assume with 4:24 to go, they'll have earned themselves a date with friends.
Battle of the mascots, dude. Marcus versus Joey.
Oh, that'll be a great one. That is a good one.
Joey the marsupial. That will be the game within the game.
Goes
Look at
Keegan Barnes trying to get his name in the score sheet, trying to shed a tackler. He'll get pushed down at the 21.
How about that?
28-yard carry for Keegan Barnes.
Love that from Keegan Barnes. He's getting some love. He nearly broke away. It's a big-time run right there through the middle. They've been able to hit that a couple of times. TJ Martin has a couple touchdowns on those type of plays, and then Barnes with a really nice run.
Clock stopped at 4:02. After the first down from Keegan Barnes, they should run it. Here at the snap. Back to the pistol. Campbell in the gun on 1st and 10 from the 21. He'll turn right back to Keegan Barnes. He's got speed, taken down from behind. Wrapping him up there on a nice play to track him down with Shane Caleb.
Nice job by Caleb coming from the backside. I'll tell you, Barnes has got good little agility. Barnes has there.
I've been impressed with what I saw out of him the few games that I was here.
I mean, he's a guy he's not going to get many carries because you got 3 guys in front of him that are really doing a great job. But he's a junior. He's a guy who'll be back next year. He's going to be someone to keep an eye on, I feel like, next year as a senior.
I have a feeling you're right. He's going to get a lot of carries his senior year next year. 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard gain from Barnes. Campbell going to go in motion.
Telling us about Keegan and the Campbells have transferred from Red Lion to St. Mark's. That's interesting.
Really? How about that?
How about that storyline right there?
So I just realized I had my messages notification turned off from the game earlier today.
The do not disturb while on the sideline at the tub. I get it, buddy. I mean, you're doing playoff football right there.
So I just checked and missed a few. So I apologize to everyone that was trying to help me out during the broadcast today. 2:49 and ticking before the Spartans walk off with a playoff victory here at home over Red Lion.
St. Mark's, just great execution here today.
And they went through the adversity. Red Lion scored first in this one. St. Mark's didn't hesitate. They get it to Keegan Barnes here to the right side.
Nice second effort. So we'll bring up 4th and short.
They'll pick up about 3, though, on the carry. So Keegan Barnes on this drive, 3 carries for 35 yards. Clock will continue to run.
I think they're going to send out the field goal unit here, Nick.
Why not, right? Work on it here, see what you can do. You never know when that will come in handy, especially next week against a team like the Quakers.
Dan Shannon coming out to attempt it. This is going to end up being a 30-yard field goal.
We'll see if he can knock it through. Going to be a 30-yarder for the Spartans. There's the snap. Good hold. The kick is up, and that looked really good, and that was right through for Shannon. And the Spartans add a field goal here late in the 4th quarter. That'll extend this one to 45-18. And again, what a second half it was for St. Mark's.
That's awesome to see right there. I mean, that's going to be something to keep an eye on, like you said, against Friends next week. The ability to be able to kick the field goal could be huge. So, yeah, that St. Mark's came out today here, man. They had a really good offensive game plan. They won the battle in special teams, Nick. But this Red Lion team is going to be a team to keep an eye on in the years to come. A lot of great young talent. It's just not their time yet. They are going against a very seasoned veteran team here in St. Mark's, but like what I've seen from this Red Lion program, they're going to be fun to watch next year. There's no doubt about it.
Sure, yeah, definitely. They have some young guys. They're going to be a team to keep an eye on going forward. You hear the trumpet. Kickoff upcoming for Shannon and the Spartans.
Here comes Edwin Diaz yet again down the hill.
Down the hill, yeah. A nice scene here at the Graveyard ahead of kickoff tonight. Always great to see what's cooking up here at St. Mark's High School, especially lately. If you didn't see it yet, the unveiling of the new Esports Center here at St. Mark's. And that looks, I'll tell you, that looks incredible. This one's going to be up for grabs, and Red Lion able to hop on it at the 42 with 1:41 to play.
Yeah, I did. I seen.
But how about that? I'm telling you, I could have been spending my free periods in there 10 years ago.
I'm telling you, I saw, on social media, the friend of ours, Rob DeMacy,
what a great job he does. I'll tell you, Rob has done a phenomenal job since being here at St. Mark's High School.
He was a heck of an athlete himself.
Yeah, I used to go out, as a kid, watching St. Mark's play in those St. Mark's Sally's games at Baynard Stadium when Robbie was a part of those teams. Fantastic wrestler as well, growing up in St. Mark's.
Great, man. Yeah, he's a good friend of my cousin, Joey Potts. He actually was a neighbor. My ex-Rob used to live right down the street in Heritage Park from me. And every now and then you'd see him ride the Razor scooter down. Everything else, but he's done a tremendous job here. Revitalized the school.
Absolutely.
Helped.
And Tom Fertile doing a great job since coming here as well. They get it to the freshman Malik Pinkett. He'll turn upfield, take a shoulder, but keep on pulling forward. He'll pick up about 7 on that carry. The clock will continue to run. That's his 4th carry for Pinkett, and he's up to 13 yards. Again, the ground game never got going for Red Lion here in this one.
And I think we're going to stop field here. A little injury timeout. That's Keegan. Is that Barnes? Yeah, Keegan Barnes is a little banged up.
Yeah, it's good to see he's able to walk off, though. Trying to get back here to the near sideline. So clock stopped at 1:18. 45-18, St. Mark's
Mike
leading
Lang
Red
trying
Lion.
to give us a little motion sickness.
And again, just to wrap up on Red Lion, what a season that they have had this year, able to make the playoffs, a great second half of the regular season. What a performance throughout the year from Evan Buttinger, continued to get better and better. And I'll tell you, Kyle Manley was a pleasure to watch throughout the year. What a receiver he has been for that program here in 2022.
You're not kidding. Yeah, they got a nice building block to start off with. It's
They're going to
Romano.
hand it off here, and Romano going to keep the legs moving. A big carry there.
A lot of parents unhappy right now because there's some chirping going on, but it's part of the game.
We'll call that one 22 on the carry for Romano.
It's always the ref's fault. It's always the ref's fault. I mean, it's always the ref's fault, you know.
Hey, again, my grandfather was an official for over 50 years. Yep, that's how it goes. And we could have one more play here from the graveyard, but St. Mark's going to punch their ticket to the Class 2A semifinals next week, where they will meet the Quakers from Wilmington Friends, who would now going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. That game next week is must-see TV. If you don't have the NFHS network, you're going to want to subscribe right now, because you're going to want to catch that one next Saturday.
It's great. We got a lot of good games coming up here. You know, the semifinals will be set up here in Division II. We've already got 2 state championships determined, as Dover, I believe, has held on officially to earn a spot in that 3A championship game. And there's 11 seconds left, so a timeout was taken. So apologies there. But yeah, that's Smyrna Dover. Then you got the St. E's Laurel rematch, which will be interesting to see if the Vikings can avenge that loss from last year. That Laurel team's been tough, though.
They are very good.
It's going to be tough to see.
I think them trying to make the jump into 2A next year is Laurel.
I think they'll compete.
Right?
I think
they will, too.
I think they'll be a playoff. I think they got a chance to be a playoff team.
They are They have been
right
fantastic this year. Again, coming off of that state championship last year, as you mentioned, Pat, with that win over St. E's and a great game. That was the nightcap of our championship Saturday, and they picked up where they left off, losing a few guys, some other guys stepping up, and Laurel has been a team to beat this year, no matter what class you're in. Last play of the game going to be handed up the middle, and that should wrap it up here from the graveyard. What a performance for the Spartans here at home. They hang 45 and take down Red Lion 45-18. And a big day and an efficient day, of course, where the quarterback Campbell had a great day through the air. 9 of 11. Or 8 of 11, excuse me, 184 yards.
Wow.
And those touchdown passes.
Great work. Great work by Campbell. The sophomore did a great job. And the Spartans, just great offensive game plan here tonight. And Red Lion came ready to play. I mean, I don't think that there's any doubt. They stepped up. This was a similar game in terms of St. Mark's efficiency offensively, but Red Lion was able to put together some scoring drives and at least keep this game interesting for the majority of it.
Yeah, jumped on the board first with the deep pass to Kyle Manley. St. Mark's answered, and were able to roll on the rest of the way. I mentioned his stats, 8 of 11, 184 yards, 3 touchdowns for Campbell and the St. Mark's quarterback. Then you look at the rest of the stats here. TJ Martin, 9 carries, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. A majority there coming on that last carry. That was good for an 80-plus yard touchdown himself. Donovan Artis had 5 carries for 38 yards, as well as a touchdown for him. So the running backs combining for 3. Campbell throwing 3 more, all to Logan Klein, who had 4 targets, 4 catches, 131 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the Spartans. Offense was clicking. Defense looked phenomenal. As again, it doesn't get any better here. You're wrapping up the post-game show. Get some Chick-fil-A sandwiches up here at St. Mark's High School. I tell you, phenomenal. You love being here at the Graveyard. Some great games as we are wrapping up here from St. Mark's High School. Pat, our First State Orthopedics player of the game. You got some options tonight. What are you thinking?
Oh my gosh!
Here in this quarterfinal
win.
win.
Where do you go with it, right? You just alluded to Logan Klein's impressive day, and then you can't ignore T.J. Martin.
Yeah,
I think you got to go.
This is a tough one here.
Game.
Yeah, I think you have to.
I'm gonna go co-player.
I might even throw in Campbell as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Logan Klein, T.J. Martin. Both of those guys, big time chunk yardage plays to really help out. And an honorable mention will be the special teams all the way around for St. Mark's.
Zellman, 2 blocked punts tonight for the St. Mark's big country.
And it allows the Spartans to have 2 short fields that end up being 2 touchdowns. And for the majority of this game, that really was the difference from this game, even from this game being a competitive one. Those 2 plays really separated St. Mark's out. Just an all-around great effort from St. Mark's. They deserve this one. They won this game because Red Lion came out and put a tremendous effort out there on the field. Just St. Mark's ended up being too much for them.
Yes, St. Mark's 2-0 against the Lions here this season. You're going to see that picture of St. Mark's there on the sideline on Twitter tonight, maybe in the newsletter after the big playoff win here at the Graveyard. 45-18, the Spartans advance. They will meet the Quakers from Wilmington Friends next weekend. Pat, we've got a great slate of semifinals in all 3 classes, and of course the championship with St. E's and Laurel in Class 1A, a championship in Class 3A with Dover and Smyrna, and now our semis are set here for Class 2A. It'll be St. Mark's versus Wilmington Friends.
And Caravel versus Archmere.
Now, wow, what a Final Four we have in Class 2A.
Two undefeateds left, and then St. Mark's and Archmere with only a few losses between the 2 of those guys. So all 4 teams are clicking on all cylinders right now, and I can't wait to see how those games shake out next weekend.
Again, subscribe now to the NFHS Network. Next weekend's Class 2A semifinals are going to be must-see TV. So for Nick Alessandrini, Pat Garianis, and Mike Lang, thanks for tuning in to Delaware Live Sports tonight. The Spartans get the win here at home. They advance over Red Lion 45-18.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.